Hello and good evening and welcome to the first episode of the Den of Thieves. This is going to be a long-term campaign based in a Thieves Guild in Cariston in northeast Cologne. And playing with me today I have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Anthony Lestrie today.
I have Oscar.
Hi, I'm Oscar. I'll be playing Mesley Testcat.
I have Jamel.
Hi guys, Jamal here. I'll be playing Ness.
I have Moon.
Hello, I'll be playing Fina Ebenhawk.
I have Dan.
Hey, I'll be playing Gil.
And I have Joe.
I'm Joe, and I'll be playing Vasilos.
Well, mission first accomplished. I didn't forget anyone. Now, we begin with you guys sitting in your hideout, in your unit's little area of den. The Thieves Guild spans over 12 levels. At the very top we have the mansion of Pasha Pericolo, who runs the guild and is known as the guild's grandfather. And at the very bottom, rumours say there are connections to the Underdark. But as somewhat negligible and unnecessary members of the Thieves Guild who still manage to contribute and are older than kids, you inhabit what is the 9th level. And this is a series of sprawling rooms set throughout just above the sewer level. And here you sit after a failed job. You see, in the Thieves Guild there are two types of jobs. There are open jobs and there are closed jobs. Open jobs mean at some point somebody in the Thieves Guild wants something done. Or somebody has requested of the guild that something should be done. For example, you spent 2 weeks planning to steal the necklace of fireballs from Jawskull the Red of the Mages Guild. And your unit reports to Selic, who is a lizard folk. And after 2 weeks of solid planning, Vasilos had made the whole enterprise look like a legitimate entrance to the Mages Guild. Anthony played a mage, who was just joining up to the guild. Meanwhile, you managed to smuggle in Mesley and Fina through a rather high up, what do we call it? Like an extended entranceway. Ness and Gil stood on watch. However, as Mesley and Fina got into the room of Jawskull the Red to steal the Mages Guild necklace, the necklace of fireballs, they found Vanity Duvon sat in the room, necklace in hand, staring at them. Who is Vanity Devon, I hear you ask? Well, Vanity Devon is... What the fuck are you doing on the screen? Shoo. Vanity Devon is a thief, and an exceptional one at that. She is renowned for a couple of things. She is in a rival unit, and she's an elf, and she has 4 others in her unit. However, the 4 others in her unit never participate during the theft. Instead, they are her planners. They are the people, her ears to the ground. They are all halflings, and they are good at hearing rumours and listening in on other people's plans. Vanity, however, executes the thefts alone. And as far as you can tell, there is no possible way where she... I've got Jamal's character art for the ugly people to be relatable to. Nevertheless, Vanity is sat in the chair looking at you all and greets you. Sorry kids, you're too late. And with that, she jumps up and leaps straight out the window that you knew to be trapped with at least 3 different magical spells. Magical traps that would be deadly, but she went straight through it with no problem at all, landed on her feet on the ground and wandered off. It was up to Mesley and Fina to find their own way out after they had definitely ascertained that that window was still trapped. And we resume in the den after the job. Selic, your your unit's not leader as such, because he's not in charge of you, but he's the person who in the guild that you report to. He is a lesser lieutenant of Pasha Pericolo. Was expecting victory, but nevertheless, as I said, there are 2 types of jobs, closed ones and the open ones. That was an open job. It was something that had been waiting to be done, when somebody was ready to make an attempt. But there are closed jobs, and he tells you that he will have one of those for you today. Closed jobs come from higher up, and they're not really optional. However, as we turn to the den, I come first to Josh. Please tell me, what does Anthony look like? What is his role as a player, as a character? And what is his class? You can skip the fact that you all have a level 1 in Rogue. and just tell me the other side of him.
Okay, so Anthony has blonde hair. He's an elf. He's quite fair-skinned. He's got blonde hair. He wears white a white outfit with gold accents. That's almost like a vest or a waistcoat for a suit. With shorts and white gloves, and he has these tassels that are attached to his hips. He's constantly like floating. He doesn't often put his feet on the ground, and he's most of the time barefoot. What was the other question?
What role does he play in the group?
As in, like, in combat,
what is his
like...
class and what does he contribute?
So he is a sorcerer. More specifically, he is a windborn sorcerer. So all of his magic is air-based. What he brings to the team is distractions. So, for example, if we were to go to a ball and the pie needed to infiltrate upstairs, I would attend the ball as other people would and ensure that no one would go upstairs into that area. Combat-wise, a lot of
That's right.
AoE.
Well, we got that he was a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Combat-wise is fine. Yeah, I just mean, like, what role does he bring to the heisting?
And and he's a bit fucked in the head.
Jamal, tell us what Ness looks like and what's his role.
So, Ness is a bit of an ugly motherfucker, really. He's Yuan-Ti, so he's rather reptilian looking. He shares more of the humanoid side of features than some Yuan-Ti, which can be entirely, entirely lizard. But he's certainly got some of the freakish features of the reptilian side. As for what he wears, well, because he's an ugly motherfucker and he gets a lot of stares and attention in public, he tends to wear lots of rather... Well, no, not face masks, but a lot of they're not exactly robes, but clothing with cloaks or hoods, and it tends to be a little bit more lengthy. So,
And what's his
cover
role
up
in the
a lot of
party?
So as for what he does, he's the bruiser of the party. He is the sort of guy that when someone needs to be hit or hurt, he's more than willing to go ahead and do that. He will generally be the person that likes to stand guard.
Yep.
And just generally be big and imposing, and where required, stop people interfering with any of the business that the group is conducting.
Great, so he's the
Unless
muscle.
he needs to get involved in it himself.
Yep, so he's the muscle.
Generally, yes.
Oscar, tell us about Mesli Tezcat. What does he look like, and what role does he play?
Mesli Tezcat is a tabaxi, donning black fur, with a little white patch underneath his neck. He is most often found with just some leather pants and a cloak with a hood on it. Rather simple in that which he wears. He, in combat and for the team, does the exact same thing. Gets into places that others can't faster than anybody else can.
Moon, tell us about Fina. What does she look like and what's her role?
Fina is a halfling female with red eyes. She's about 2'8". She's got red hair with twin tails always. She wears a cape most of the time with a face mask. Her role in the party is she's there to steal the shit. Or stab the shit, whichever we're doing, based on the job.
She does the things.
She is the only straight up rogue in the party.
Yeah. And, whoops. Oh, yes, you're a monk.
I'm a monk.
Yeah. Ness, do you have a class?
Oh, yeah. That's the point. We didn't cover that, did we? Yeah, he's a fighter.
He's a fighter.
Fighter
Beautiful.
primarily, but also rogue on the side.
Joe, tell us about Vasilos. What does he look like and what's his role in the party?
Vasilos is a copper dragonborn. they usually wear clothing that kind of obscures their more pure dragonborn shape because they are sort of not really the face of the group, but definitely bureaucrat. If an intel needs to be gathered, if somebody needs to be lawyered out of a situation, they would be the one to do it. Um, Often they would be wearing this blue shawl sort of thing covering themselves. And yeah, they are essentially the group bureaucrat, the one who does all of the office jobs that need to be done, but nobody really wants to do.
Yep, and his class?
They are a bard.
Fantastic. And Dan, tell us about Gil. What does he look like and what's his role in the group?
So Gil's a druid. He's total, got a mossy shell, lighter green coloured, probably like just short of 6 foot tall. Wears drab robes, and he's got a couple of mushrooms growing on his shoulders. Yeah, and druid, so healing, insightful, kind of wise.
And he's also the party's watchman, is that correct? On the high
Yes, yes.
Okay, so Selec turns to you all and reminds you of your failure, and states that one of the higher-ups has got a job for you. He says you'll be seeing, in fact, the 3rd lieutenant of Pasha Pericolo. In fact, you'll be going up to the mansion, at least to the 1st level. Girl's name's Daniela. She'll give you the job and tell you everything that needs doing. As this is an important job from up top, the main parts have been planned for you, but the finer details we'll leave to you. And so he leads you up all the way to the lower floor of the mansion.
Up to the lower floor?
Excuse
me.
So the mansion is above ground. It is in the city. It is viewable to the city, and as far as most people are concerned, it's a nobleman's home. Pasha Pericolo is well respected amongst the nobles. As you head down beneath the mansion, you see a few lower levels of the more criminal underworld that connects to what's called the Ratways. The Ratways are interconnecting tunnels that go throughout the city, just underneath the surface, but above the sewers. Below that, we have the sewers, and below that are apparently some connections to the underworld. Go on, Anthony. You had a question?
It wasn't a question. I was going to reference something, but I don't think you'll get it.
Very good. Well, I don't need to. So, yep, that's the end of Sedek. He leads you up to Daniela. Daniela is a halfling girl. She's looking right. And as she turns to you, she says, well, come on in. I haven't taken the time to learn your names, and I don't think I'll bother. But the job I have for you is incredibly important. So, and then she begins to show you on a table a map. And on that map, she has scoped out a few different buildings. You see, the key part of this job is that Lorvel Malakuzia is a travelling merchant, and he is coming all the way from western Kalan, and he'll be arriving tomorrow. We expect him to arrive with his goods at Cariston between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. He'll be held up in the tax office for a couple of hours as each of his goods is catalogued and taxed, after which he'll return to his personal quarters. He does have his own quarters within Cariston. These are situated on Winter's Alley, which is Winter's Avenue, sorry, which is a fairly big and pleasant road. He will spend the night at his personal quarters, and the following morning will deliver his goods between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m., depending on the goods. You have 3 tasks. The first is to find the Black Flame dagger that he claims to have for sale. This is an ancient artifact. The reason why this job has been called is Pasha Pericolo wants it for himself. She puts a dagger on the table that is made of black obsidian. It is ornate and curved, and has a very sharp-looking blade. This is a copy. It is identical in every way except for the magic. You'll swap them. This task should be done within the tax office. Once the magic enters Lorvel's home, his alarm spells will be aware of it. So you must make this exchange in the tax office. While you do so, you must also falsify the records that he will be carrying with him of all the goods he carries. Because he is bringing with him 2 rods of security. These rods of security allow one to enter a personal paradise. You won't swap these, you will simply steal them. But the theft will be difficult, as he will be bringing many boxes. We know that he'll keep the Black Flame dagger close to his to the front of his cart, probably in a glass case, crystal case. But the security rods could be anywhere. We suggest that the security rods are lifted from his home, where they'll be in his personal quarters overnight. However, you should falsify his records while he's in the tax office. This does mean that one of your less stealthy members who is capable of... I'm assured one of you is capable of doing this, although, no, by the looks of you, none of you look capable of much. Nevertheless, one of you will have to falsify the records from within the tax office. There are a few little pieces of information that might be helpful to you. At the tax office, first of all, there are guards on the perimeter and in the building, but the guard who is assigned to watch over the goods has been paid off. He will turn a blind eye to anything you do in there. Nevertheless, you will need to be able to get in. There is one standard entrance, but to get in through the standard entrance, you will have to get past the guards directly. Alternately, it's due to be fairly warm tomorrow, and the room does have a chimney, of which the fireplace is unlikely to be lit. There is also 2 windows at the south side of the building, which are large enough to fit somebody through, but difficult to remove the glass without making too much noise. Finally, there is a lower entrance that has been sealed off. If you have a way of breaking through sealed ground quietly, well, that's up to you, but I would suggest you have somebody enter through the chimney and make the switch, bring the records out, have them falsified, take them back in, replace them, and leave. As for his personal quarters, the security is a lot tighter. There is an alarm spell permanently upon the building. He does employ guards, but they only remain outside of the building. Do expect magical traps, and he is a master illusionist, so expect things to be different from what they seem. He'll have ways of disguising things and magical traps. With that in mind, she hands you 2 scrolls. These are both scrolls of Dispel Magic. They will be usable by anybody in your party who is capable of using magic of the sorcery or wizard class. So Vasilos and Anthony, and that's it right now. Later, obviously, Fina, you'd be able to use them. Either one of you will be able to use the Dispel Magic. Expect all the boxes to be locked. Expect there to be doors locked. And you will need this. And she gives you a singular needle that has been filled with poison. This needle has a drow poison inside it. You will need to inject it into the neck of Lorvel Malakuja in his bed. As I understand, some of the traps may make noises. If he wakes, the job is over.
The Lord is the target, right?
Lord? There is no Lord. Lorvel Malakuja is the...
sorry.
yeah, I'll put the name in chat. Lorvel Malakuja is the merchant and master illusionist. If he wakes, he will be able to enact certain security measures within his home that you will not be able to combat, and everybody will be aware of the infiltration. So the primary goal will be to land this injection within him. Again, there is a chimney into his house, should you wish. There is also the front door. Go on, Anthony.
Sorry, I'm writing all this down, so you might have already said. Does the poison kill him?
No.
Or just knock him out?
No, it ensures that he will remain unconscious for 8 hours.
Okay, so just keep...
Regardless of the noise in the house. He should be unaware that he's been poisoned. He'll just oversleep a little bit. There is a chimney as a way of entrance. There is also windows. It is a single-story building. There are windows at the south, north, and east, but no windows at the west. Sorry, other way round. South, north, and west, but no windows at the east. In the east, you should be able to find the goods, and with that, she will draw you out a map of the room. I'd really forgotten my face was going to be present on this screen.
Yeah, it's not very convenient, is it?
So the chimney entrance is at the top left of the map in the northwest. This is a south to north map. At the south is the main entrance. There is a dining hall to the left. His bedroom leads into an unknown chambers up the top right. You know that there is a table in there and a desk of some sort, but you don't know what it's for. The storage room is to the east, next to the large bronze statue. Please be aware of this bronze statue. If you cross its eye line, it may awake. That could be a problem for you. At the bottom right is a room. She suggests you don't enter. That is a summoning chamber. More questions, Anthony?
Does
Mine
anyone
appreciate it.
else have access to this house?
No. Well,
Does he?
Which
he does have a courtesan occasionally, but we don't expect her to be visiting him on his first night.
And does he have expected visitors or people seeing him?
Not during the next 24 hours. This must be done during the night of his stay. It needs to be a silent entrance and exit. Fina, you had a question.
oh, which room does the chimney lead to?
The chimney is at the top, the northwest of the map. It leads into the main living area. Interesting enough, if you come down the chimney and then go into his bedroom, you will not pass the eye line of the bronze statue. However, going through the front door, you may.
Do the eyes of this statue? I'm assuming the eyes of the statue move then, but does the body?
No, he faces the front door at all times.
Right. Okay.
That is as much information as I've been able to procure, but do expect there to be other magical traps.
Does the enchantment on the statue only trigger if it sees a person moving, or if it's anything that covers its eyes?
I have not had the opportunity to test that. Usually these things detect movement of any sort. Mesley.
Are there windows in the
Yeah,
near-
so there are windows at the north, the west, and the south, but no windows on the east. So, yeah, basically there's a window at the back of his bedroom. But this is none of these windows are large enough to pass through as a person, is what he was saying. Perhaps, Mesley, you may be able to get in, but nobody else would be able to get through the windows.
Yeah, it was just strategizing. Because I figured if our wind sorcerer if I can go through the chimney, I can open the door and open the window and get the air sorcerer in there to dispel the magic on the room.
No, you've just been told that you will be the only person who will be able to fit through the window. It is a foot by a foot.
Yeah.
Gil?
I was going to say, I'd assume that if there's magical traps within the house, the chimney's probably trapped as well, so that's something that we should be aware of.
I know that certainly the chimney is not trapped for the first 2 feet downwards, but we have not done any further exploration than that. Nevertheless, you've got to remember that certain normal lifestyle measures are required. So whilst we do expect the area to be trapped, we don't expect it to be trapped in areas that perhaps a cold man in the middle of the night might wander to. I don't expect there to be traps on his food, for example, or on his bed, or his bedroom door, but on his storage room, most definitely. So there are 2 guards patrolling outside, and the traps they know of inside are the bronze statue that stares towards the front door. There is a path to the left, and then round to get round the statue. However, you can expect the doorway to the front door to be open when you arrive. Waking the statue may not be a choice.
We have reason to go into the storage room. I would assume not just the personal quarters for the rods.
The storage room is where all his wares will be stored. That is the room you need to get the 2 rods.
Oh, I thought you said the crystal. I thought they were going to be in his personal quarters.
No. Obviously, anything else you lift from the house is totally up to you. But this is meant to be a job where it goes undetected. So don't walk out with more than the silverware, if you get my meaning.
But the dagger won't be there. We have to wait until he's...
No, the
We need to
dagger
get the
must be
dagger.
exchanged in the tax office
Right.
before he even gets to the house.
And his records will be in the storage room as well.
No, the
No.
records need to be falsified during the tax office as well, and they will be on the
Was
table.
dagger first, then rod second.
Yeah, dagger and records in the tax office. The rods from his personal home. Does this sound too much for you?
Nope, just getting our order set up.
Good. The payment is, of course, after success. If you lift the dagger and falsify the records, but do not steal the rods, the job is a bust. Bear that in mind. Because if the records state that there are no rods and there are rods, then somebody knows something's up. So I will not consider that a success. All 3 parts of the task must be completed, at which point you will be paid with 12 rubies.
Well, if it ends up a bust, we can just keep the dagger then.
She raises an eyebrow. Pasha Pericolo requested that himself. If you wish to spend your life on the run, by all means, keep the dagger. Anyway, I think that's quite enough information for you. Get out of my sight. And with that, she sends you back down to your hideout room. And I hand over to you.
Great.
Well, they
can I
sure
have
as
something?
fuck didn't give us anything simple or easy, did they?
Why would he do that? Sorry, Anthony, you said?
I said, great. Can I have the map back?
Oh, if you need it. In fact, you know what? I will send a copy of the map to you guys for your own use.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
But bear in mind that is only the second part of the job, yeah? The first part of the
Yeah,
job
yeah.
there is no map for because it is quite simply a single room with 2 entrance points. 3 entrance points. The main door, the chimney, and the back window. But again, the back window, Mesley, is only really openable. No, the back window in the tax office is large enough for most of you to get through. However, if you are classified as a large creature or your skin doesn't particularly go right because you have a turtle shell on your back, you will not be able to get in. Ness, I know you're not a large creature, but I wouldn't try and fit through the window either.
Yeah, that would make some sense.
Okay.
At the very least.
So as you get back to the hideout, what's the discussion between the group?
Just a quick question to you as a DM. Could you please just quickly repeat the whole part about the rods, just so I am very clear about the whole thing?
Okay, so
So-
you have 3 tasks. The first is to exchange the dagger for a fake. The second is to falsify the records, the tax records, so the security rods are not included.
Okay.
And the
Got it.
third job is to lift the security rods from his home. They'll be in the storage area. Those are the 3 main tasks.
Okay, got it. Fantastic.
So I guess the
Okay.
first, I'm just going to ask straight away, who do we have? Who thinks that they will be best suited to falsify the documents?
Oh, me, definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely not
like-
one for me.
I could squeeze
I
it.
I got
Can't
It-
read, so
like Gil is asking that as Basios is literally holding a binder, already like penning the tech list for the mission. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's fine.
oh,
It's-
Vassilos.
Oh, I thought I was fucking.
Guys, you on your own. Go.
okay. I did find
Sorry,
a
I'm looking
small,
at the map.
Did find a small caveat here. I am not going to be able to sneak into the tax office to get the tax records. So
Well,
I'm thinking.
We all know who's going to be doing that.
Well, great, fantastic, love that. Who else? What else do we have on the checklist? Blah blah blah. You should be able to exchange the dagger for the fake one too, right?
Ah, as long as I don't slip.
Not very affirming, gotta tell you. Not very affirming. But doable.
Well, is any of you going to do a better job?
Well, I mean, I can sneak it through the back window. I might be able to get it from there.
Okay, you missed one piece of information, all of you. You can't go through the door because it's guarded. The window is locked from the inside. Hence, she mentioned the chimney.
No, I'm talking about the tax office.
Yes, the tax office. The window is locked from the inside. Unless you want to
There's a
break it.
chimney in there as well.
I
Okay,
mean,
Now,
Well, looks like I'm sneaking in.
I don't know what you guys want to do about the tax office. Said something about a weak wall, right?
Well, what if I go down the chimney and give me a rope and I'll tie it up inside the chimney when I grab the records and I'll just give it a tug and you pull it back
I
up.
could lower you down, yeah.
So we do know that the gods are going to be bribed, so that's going to make it easier. But also, Anthony, do you want to do some backup distraction for this one, or do you? Do you have it? Like we're trying to figure this out. We need to make this optimal. We have already one failed job on our checklist on our in our repertoire. We need to get a W on this one.
Well, is anybody going to be watching the tax records?
Yeah, for the tax records.
Well, if there's somebody watching, then I can just grab it. It'll be really easy, really quick.
I think Mesley gets the tax records for us, and I get the dagger.
Great, love that. Peril ward.
Sounds good.
I can come down the chimney. I can unlock the window and we can get you in.
I can come down the chimney too.
No, you can't.
Oh, shit.
Are you small?
Yeah, he's a halfling.
No, you can get
yeah,
out.
I'm
It will be tight for you, Fina. Unlike Mesley, you're not a contortionist. But once he's down, he is then on the inside. That's as much of a hint as I can leave.
I can unlock the window. I can get it. I can get
Yeah,
the window.
that's fine too. But a tight chimney is easier to go down than for someone because I have things to grab onto.
Oh, how high is the window? How high is the window?
The window's fine.
3 foot off the ground.
3 foot off the ground? Oh, easy peasy.
Now we will need to deal with the magical traps in Malakuja's house once we get there. Anthony, with the scrolls, you should be able to disable magical traps. Do you have this? Do you think that you can handle the sneaking part in though?
I'm coming in through the chimney as well. I like chimneys. I can fit through them all.
I support that. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Anthony.
Just gonna like scratch Leslie on the back of the head.
Right, so how are you planning on getting down the chimney and back up?
If somebody can get up top, and they can just help me down. But I can climb.
Once he's down, he doesn't need to go up the chimney. He has the window.
Yeah, I can go.
Yeah,
up the
true.
Chimney does not matter once we're down and in.
The only issue I have is getting through that door in the storage room.
Hang on.
I can get. In the
I might
storage
not
room
be a
just now.
smart man, but if he goes out the window and there's a window left open, surely
Close on
he's
the way.
gonna go, oh, well,
We close the
Yeah,
close the
the window.
window.
You just
after.
close the window.
Yeah. Close my way.
He's not gonna know whether it's locked or unlocked.
Yeah.
Why would he?
Also, the window's on the tax office, yeah? Not his personal quarters.
No, the personal.
Your camera's black, by the way,
no,
James.
so, no, we were talking about the personal quarters, yeah.
Okay,
For me, at least.
what window in the personal quarters?
Just the one to the one that I'm gonna put in, like going out is the one right next to the chimney.
Okay, you were told that the window in the house, the only person who will get through it is Mesley. Nobody else will be able
That's
to
me.
get through that window. Okay?
Yeah, that's me. I was saying I was gonna get in, get stuff, get out the window.
We'll see.
Do
And the
we
only
just?
problem is, how are we gonna get that door?
Do we not like our steely person to do the stealing anymore? Is my job not important anymore?
I don't know how to get you in. You can try and squeeze down with me.
Can't you use the scrolls?
There's the statues.
I can't use the
but I
scrolls.
mean, you could squeeze down. Could push you down.
The problem is,
There's
if
a
you-
chimney in both of these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said the door was gonna be open. If you try to go in through the front door, then it means things gonna see you.
I'm not saying they go through the front door. There's a chimney in
squeeze
both
with
of them, is there not? Yeah, I
Hey,
can go
squeeze.
through the chimney in the house. We just need to check for traps
you
before
gonna
I
get
do
out?
so. Through the chimney?
Tight squeeze.
She's
Literally have
sort
this-
of she's sort of literally told you what to do. So maybe I'll just be a bit more obvious. She sort of said that Mesley, on the first one, you'll be able to go down the chimney and open the window, and the rest leaves your group. The second one, you may be able to make it down the chimney, but all that somebody needs to do is close the door in front of the statue by walking in through the side door and going around. That's all you need to achieve, and then you can just unlock the front door.
Yeah.
But you do have to get past the 2 security guards out the front. How you do that is totally up to you.
You guys just have to get past
All you have to do is go in and close the door. After that, you're relying on Mr. Sneakerton to get past the guards and do the actual stealing.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
So,
Then we open the door and distract the guards while I get past them.
Anthony, do you think you can handle the guards?
Sure.
No need to start a fight with them.
Or you could. I'm not saying
Start a
that you could,
fight
as
with
long
them,
as-
you say?
I mean,
Start a fight with them.
no.
Okay,
No
no.
need to cause a ruckus. You ruin the
A
job if
little
you
bit
do
of a
that.
ruckus. Maybe a little bit of a ruckus.
Maybe, if needed.
Okay, so we have Anthony on the guards. Okay, so if Anthony is on the guards, then Mesley and Fina, one of you could go handle the door, and the other could go handle the dagger. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close the door. Come into the front.
Fantastic. Love that. And
I'll keep a lookout.
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes, he will.
fantastic.
You guys remember one thing, right?
What?
Things
Remember?
always get fucked up. Backup
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah.
Okay, so backup plans. If
Backup plan, don't mess up.
okay, I'm thinking. So blah, 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 backup plans. I mean, immediately what I'm thinking is Ness, you join Anthony, to to be kind of in the distraction area in case things go south. So not necessarily sneaking in the house just yet. Maybe I will join as well. So just in case things go south, like we need to prepare to the very likely possibility that Malakuja is gonna wake up, instead we don't in case we don't actually manage to poison
But
him.
that's, yeah.
I can get in and poison. That's easy.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
What do you intend to do about the traps?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I can't get in if there's magical traps.
The target's also a master illusionist.
It's faster than me. I can get there. I can do it. Yeah.
We can possibly dispel some of the traps with the newly acquired scrolls. I know that I can use them. Is anybody else able to use them? Because
Anthony.
But I'll be outside with the guards. And if you guys are planning to use me to distract the guards so you can go through the front door, you don't know how wide the radius is of the statue's eyesight.
Gotta be quiet. It's gotta be quiet.
Quiet doesn't stop you from being seen.
Well, I'm gonna close the door. If the door gets closed, it's not gonna see him. You just gotta be quiet when he gets in the house. Can't wake him up.
I've never wished I was level 3 more in my life.
Guys, there is a reason why I've given you a planned heist this week. I think you're overthinking this humongously. You weren't necessarily needing to plan this one out. The plan was given to you. Once the door is open, you will need to get the whole party in there. Otherwise, you are missing all sorts of things. Yes, Anthony can distract the guards, but there's no reason after he's distracted the guards he can't walk into the building.
Well,
Great,
what's
let's-
stopping the
let's
guards
just-
from coming
let's just
back
go.
to the
Let's just
jeep?
go.
Why does it
Time's
matter
not
if they come
needed.
back? They don't enter the building. Just
Well,
shut
I
the front
still
door.
have to.
Just shut the front door
They
behind
real-
you. When you're
You need to shut the
inside.
door.
Hold on. So you quite
Just-
literally meant those
just
bodyguards
send the
will not
guards away.
fucking come in.
No, they won't come in.
Tell them there's a fight. Tell them there's a fight.
Where's
on the corner.
bodyguards there?
They're-
No,
They're also
I
like
didn't-
again, they're prepaid off to like turn a blind eye. Not to the
No,
point of letting
no,
us
they're not.
in, but like
No,
No,
These
you'll
ones are
tell-
paid.
no.
that
Let me make this.
No,
Let me break this down
guards
really
don't-
simply. The guards don't go inside because there are magical traps that they don't know the nature of, right? So
Yeah,
they're
they
not
just
going to
won't
want to
go
blow
in the
themselves
building.
up, right? If you make a distraction by throwing a loud noise over there and they wander off to have a look, you can all go woo into the building and shut the door behind you. After that, play through the heist. Honestly,
I'm gonna
in future
be
you
honest.
can
I
plan.
thought they would actually go in.
No, you were told they won't come in. Just
I didn't
Play
take
it.
that like verbatim. My bad.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
why I was overthinking.
They're
Well, fuck it, we
outside
can just
guards.
walk fucking
Okay, mission
shitty
number
guards.
one. Let's just get one mission at least down. Exchange dagger for faux dagger. Can we do that?
Yes,
Okay,
and the tax documents matter just as much.
of course. Let's just get these done.
Okay, so it's approximately 1:30 in the afternoon. He's expected at the tax office between 4 and 6. Are there any physical preparations you would like to make before going?
Obviously I am going to grab from our box like ink, pen, and like generally just like writing utensils, preparing myself to essentially forge documents.
In your forging, would you prefer an ink pen or a forgery kit?
Forgery kit would probably be more handy.
Okay.
I didn't notice that it was there. I'm gonna
Anthony,
grab
any
that
preparations you'd like to make before entering?
Yeah, I would like to use my disguise kit to disguise myself as a noble.
As just a standard noble, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Mesley, do you want to turn up before the merchant or after?
I'll turn up before, and just wait up on the roof until the party gives me the thumbs up to go down.
Okay. Where are the party gonna be?
I'd like at least Fina to be by the window. That's all I have.
Just hanging out outside the building?
I'd probably
There's
be
nothing wrong with
across.
that, but
Okay. Let's say I'd just be on a building across, just to not be on top of that building, so I can see the window.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's known as running the roofs is pretty easy. The city is compact enough together that it's not hard to move from roof to roof. So you should be able to make your way all the way there across the roofs. Obviously, Fina and group, you can stay back. Anthony, I'm assuming you'll walk at street level outside so that you can get a good scope on it. But Mesley, you don't want to be inside the building when the merchant arrives.
Not until the group tells me that it's time to go down.
Okay. Very well. Any other preparations that anybody would like to make beforehand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stools.
I'm gonna grab the ball bearings, a bell, and what was the other one that I wanted? Some string.
Ball bearing, string, and a bell. I'm assuming the bell is to let your party know it's time to run. Goodness only knows what you're doing with the others, and we'll see. Okay, so as you approach the tax
Hang on, I
office-
had
go.
preparations as
Oh,
well.
go on. Preparations, go.
Rope.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. You're the one who manages your inventory, so I am not too
Yeah.
worried about that.
And I got the thieves' tools.
Yeah, did you not? You probably had those already, no?
Well, I didn't know if I
Yeah, okay.
was supposed to have my own
Yeah,
permanently.
you're meant to
I
have
do
your
have
own.
my own.
Yeah, you're meant to have your own.
Okay, so I'm also supposed to have my own poisoner's kit then, yeah? Permanently?
No, that would be too heavy to be lifting around with you. You wouldn't go alchemy jugging, you know. That's a series of vials and glasses and pipettes and stuff. You wouldn't necessarily
there is
carry that with you on a heist, right?
Absolutely no way I'm putting in this million fucking items every single time. There's a lot of items with it.
No, but
Did you,
it's just a poisoner's kit, right?
James?
Yeah,
I know
with a
you
bunch
said
of
you were
stuff
going to
on
do
it.
this, and I'm assuming you didn't because I don't see it. But in the future, are you going to move the thieves' tools into one of our skills?
I have done for the person who uses thieves' tools.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah. For now, I haven't put it in for anybody else. Regardless, as you guys prep up, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's early afternoon, so bear in mind it is bright out. Are we attempting to move stealthily along the roofs, or those of you who are roofing? Ness, would you be going along the roofs or walking?
Yeah, I'd be
Ground
going
cover.
along the roof because I need to be using the rope to lower down Mesley, right?
I'm pretty sure a cat can climb down a chimney, but
I can go down and up by myself.
I think it. Fair enough. I just thought it'd be a better
the,
idea.
the
to have
reason he
rope on
wanted you to
hand
have the
next
rope was to lift up the tax documents of Vassilos.
Right. But yeah, I need to be on the. I need to
okay.
be on the
On the roof of that.
roof
Yeah.
anyway, at least to do rope things, and I can always be lookout from the roof. So
Gil, would you be roof or ground level?
Ground level,
Okay.
Probably
would you be
like-
with Anthony or separate?
separate.
Okay.
Keeping a watch probably from a distance, like
Yep.
close distance. If there was, say, like a sort of a perch place that it could be, sort of.
Yep,
I guess
so-
like if there was a tiered, like
Um,
a set of stairs or something that I could perch on or
The
something.
tax office is situated at the front gate. The ideal place for a tiered view would be the guard's house. Probably not the best place to stand while trying to
Yeah,
break into somewhere.
Probably not.
But a little bit further in, the marketplace is hustly and bustly enough that you could be within there, keeping a lookout with clear vision,
Yep.
without being too intrusive. Vassilos, are you ground level or roof level?
Definitely ground level. I don't think that I would be able to climb to roof level.
You'd all be able to walk along the roofs if you needed to, but certainly it would be easier not to.
Yeah. Also, I think like a roof is not ideal for like document forgery.
No, so somebody's going to have to get those down to you. In that case, Ness and Mesley, I will need a stealth check, please, to move across the rooftops. Fina, I think you would be able to do this with ease, so I'm not too worried
There's
about
a
it.
nat 1.
15.
That one, good start. Anthony?
Oh shit.
Anthony, you...
Making a group roll.
Sorry, there was something else I wanted to probe,
right,
but I don't know if you'll allow it.
Go on.
Is it possible to use a couple of people from the Thieves Guild as
Oh.
part of my distraction?
Probably not, but you could pay off a couple of kids in the market. Give them a couple of copper, and they'll do whatever you ask. Why? What is it you wanted to make them do?
I don't want kids.
What is it you want to make the people do?
I wanted to fake a pregnancy, like fake childbirth.
Fake a pregnancy? What? I
Like he's going into labor.
Oh, like someone's
Yes,
going into labour?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not very female, but you can use Vassilos and Gil. They're at ground level.
Except they're needed for the high streams. That's why I wanted to use other people in the guild.
Yeah, no, maybe that's... the other guild members definitely not available for hire.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, and you'd have to pay somebody off in the market or something. Anyway, as Ness and Mesley and Fina move across the rooftops, Fina's sort of scouting the way ahead, I would guess. Making sure to get over to the building quite easily. Mesley, as you are making your way across the rooftops, you attempt a leap that's a little too far for you. And there is a loud crash as you catch the edge of the gutter of one of the buildings. 3 or 4 tiles fall off. I better roll here because I haven't got my dice out. Let me go to Fina's page. I'll roll from Fina's page.
I wonder if it lets you use my dice.
No, it doesn't. Okay, yeah. And 2 women immediately look up. And goodness me, there's someone on the roof. Gil, Anthony, and Vassilos, you hear this clearly. Although all 3 of you are moving separately, all 3 of you are aware of this. I'll come first to Anthony. Is there anything you're doing to deal with this? You don't have to. Guys can just leave it as there are 2 women who seem to think there's some people.
Can I
on the
just-
roof. Yeah, go on.
Did
Liz.
they see them?
Can I peek my head over the top and just be like, oh, just doing some roof repair. Just repairing the roof over here. Sorry, a couple times.
Give me a deception check, and I understand it's your character, but you need to slow down the speech ever so slightly so we can understand what you're saying.
It is a 17.
Strange. Roof work in the middle of the afternoon. What are they doing? What are they thinking of? Oh, well, whatever.
Well, we have to see what we're doing. God.
With that, they sort of they shrug by. I'll let that pass. It's just bear in mind the women aren't the only people who would have heard and seen this. In fact, Gil, can I take a perception check, please? As you're looking not necessarily at the roof, but at who's looking at the roof.
Would I be looking at to see if anyone saw it since I was looking ahead?
20,
For us?
21.
I think you're all
I'll
doing
take
different
better.
things right now, so I'm giving different
Okay.
roles to different people. I think it's fair to say, Fina, being ahead, you're making sure that you can get to the building. Whereas Gil's watching out for the people behind, keeping an eye out. Gil, you do notice that one particularly curious guard has moved over to begin climbing up one of the ladders at the back of one of these buildings.
I'm going to make it pretty obvious that I'm throwing pebbles towards the roof so that he could maybe see that as me making the noise, just like throwing ball bearings around as pebbles.
I like it. Give me a performance check with advantage for that. And he will make a perception check. Oof. Beautiful.
I don't know how to do advantage on this. But I'm
You just
roll it
right-click.
twice.
It's like
Oh, okay. okay.
But yes, a 10 is enough, because his perception check was dire. And he sort of looks over to you. Stop doing that! Young man, you'll damage the roof. What are you, some kind of whatever the word is I'm looking for? Rabble?
Ruffian?
Ruffian, that's the word I was looking for, thank you.
Ruffian.
I was like, Rabian! You're some kind of rabbi! Stop
I think
that
you're
shit.
trying to go for rabble rousing.
I'm gonna like look away, kind of dejected, and withdraw a little bit into my shell.
Excellent. Get out of here. And he stops climbing the ladder and turns down and walks along. Good, I like it. Anthony, as you reach the building from the outside, Fina, you reach the building on the top. You see there's 5 or 6 merchant carts queuing to go in to the tax office, and one currently appears to be in there. You see that the carts are outside, but they're empty of goods and of people. The first cart. This is of any interest to you.
Can I look to see if I spot the one we're looking for, or are they all empty?
No. So the very front one is empty. You
Okay,
weren't
so
given a
only the
physical
one in there.
description. Yeah, exactly. The one in there is empty. You
Well,
weren't
I'm
given
looking for any like special boxes that would hold the dagger.
Probably not visible from up here, but instead, if you give me a perception check, I'll sort of give you a description as to what you see from up there. Anthony, obviously you're a bit lower level. You're more likely to gauge the people, whereas Fina is able to gauge the carts. Fina, you notice that the guy who's in there, there's hay on the back of his wagon.
Okay.
So you can assume that maybe that was to package some soft goods, or perhaps he's got animals or whatever.
Here's a better question then.
Yeah.
Can I ascertain which one would most likely be him based
Well,
on what's on their carts?
So based on their carts, it looks like the second guy in line is a rich merchant. He seems to have things covered in quite expensive silk drapes. The boxes themselves look quite airtight, and they all look locked. The fifth one could also be similar, but Anthony, as you're walking through, give me an insight check, please. Advantage. As you understand magic.
Is it 16?
Yeah, so you take a look at the second and the fifth guy. The fifth guy is definitely selling expensive weapons and armor. He's sort of 6 or 7 foot tall. He's very well muscled, carries a couple of swords at his hip. But the guy who's second in line, you notice there's an air of magic almost about him. He has a staff he's carrying that definitely looks more magical than physical in nature, and you also notice that as you get really close to the card, as you brush past, perhaps not all of those boxes look exactly as they look, if that makes sense. As you get closer, you begin to see that there are smaller, more precious boxes in amongst them that were hidden by the illusion of the overall large cover.
Would I be able to see Anthony?
Yeah, I was about to say, Anthony, how would you like to signal this to Fina?
My signal I want to give to him,
Mm-hmm.
or her, not him. Sorry, I'm stupid. Anthony is a her, him. I hate myself. I'm gonna put my hands on the side of the roof, and one's gonna have a 2 on it, one's gonna have a 5 for my fingers.
Anthony, does that make sense to you?
If it's meant to, then sure. Me as a player, that means the number 25. I don't fucking know.
Is it the second card or the fifth card?
It's the
I don't know
second.
which
You
card.
know it's the second card.
Okay, sure.
Did you miss
Then
that bit?
I will flip him off.
Okay, not helpful information. Still don't know which card it is.
You would do. You
Is
would do.
it?
Okay. In America, they flip you off with one finger, not two. So that could be very confusing. But yes, Moon, it's
Yeah,
two
I
fingers.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Wait, how do you guys flip people off?
Two fingers like that. Yeah,
That's a
fuck off.
peace symbol.
It's definitely not.
Contextually,
This is a peace symbol.
That's
Here
fuck
we
off.
have
pieces like this.
Yeah, that works as
Pieces
well.
like
but,
this.
Yeah.
But
Like
that's
this.
I've still got
They're
them,
both
which
keys
is the
for
way
us.
the British taunted the French, right?
here we have this variant where you don't bring the middle finger up, you bring
Oh
it
my.
down, which is fun.
Okay, regardless of
I'm
that
glad
information,
all these
the
confused as I
important,
am.
the important bit is that he's told you it's number 2.
Okay.
And
that
as you
makes a whole
turn
lot more
back,
sense.
Ness and Mesley, I need another stealth check, please.
Flick me off.
Righty ho.
Oh my God.
It's wasn't that a disaster? That's my turn for now.
17 for me.
Okay.
Okay, stop
This
fucking
is a little bit of a different problem. Ness, you're a little large for these rooftops, and your foot plunges through someone's ceiling.
Oh my God.
You see this sort of woman look up from what appears to be a large tub and shriek. Bubbles go everywhere as she sort of leaps out of this bath. And she starts throwing pieces of something at you that you can't quite work out what it is she's throwing at you, but it's feels a little bit like cake.
Yummy.
Okay, well I'm gonna definitely pull my leg straight out and just carry on as if nothing happened.
I'm just gonna ignore her.
Just definitely
Could
didn't put
I
my
have
leg
heard
through a
this?
roof or something.
You'll have noticed there's some kerfuffle, but it's a couple of buildings back. You'd have to go back if you're gonna do anything about it.
Oh, no. I just want to look back and be like, the fuck, guys?
Yeah, you and Mesley are currently on this roof as this woman is throwing. Give me a perception check, actually. Let's see if you can see what they're throwing at you.
Sure. It's a 2. Yeah, no.
It's a loofah.
Yeah, no, it's something. Yeah, Ness has never seen soap in his life, so he wouldn't have had a clue anyway. Regardless, as you move away, you do notice that somebody has gone to attend to her house, but they've attended her on ground level. Vassilos, you would have seen this. They've gone to discuss with her what she's doing and why she's shrieking like a mad woman, but they've gone on ground level and knocked on her front door. In this moment, Mesley and Ness have then moved a couple of buildings on, and now stand opposite the tax office. Fina, as you're on the roof, you're able to drop down over the edge of the roof and actually look through the window, if you wish.
Yeah.
And...
Well, first,
Go on.
Mesley, the next person in is our target. So you might want to get ready.
And yeah, as you flip down and look through the window, it's a little bit difficult to make out upside down. But you see that the room that you're looking at is simply a room where all the goods have been stored. And inside is one guard who appears to be making a counting of all the goods. He's not opening any of the boxes, he's just counting the boxes. He has with him a document, some sort of book. And he's the only person in the room. You see there is a door that is closed, leading into the other chamber. And if you were to move across the building and look down through the other window, you would see that there is a gentleman. And he's sort of quite roughshod. Looks like a sort of farmer or something. He's got quite a rough jacket on. Speaking to a gentleman in there who appears to be the tax officer. And then shortly afterwards, he stands up and walks out. Anthony, as you see the cart move forward of Lorvel Malakuzia, is there anything you're interested in doing? Was you're the one up the front?
I don't think so.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. Vasilos and Gil, you the guard inside is paid off. Yes. Vasilos and Gil, you're both in the marketplace area. Vasilos, you're now approaching the edge of the roof so that the documents can be lowered down to you at the unwindowed area. Gil, however, you're just eyes on the prize, making sure that nobody's either side of anything. At this point, Mesley, are you looking to get into the building before the goods are stowed or after the goods are stowed?
I'd say before goods are stowed.
Okay. So you've noticed that the rest of the farmer's goods, Fina will tell you that the rest of the farmer's goods have now been cleared out. And they're beginning to move the carts through into the outside. This would be your moment to go in if that is when you want to be in.
Is it safe to say that book is what we're looking for?
Well, there'll be a new book because it's a new person, right? The previous book was for that
But
guy.
it's a book.
Yeah, it will be some sort of leather-bound journal, and you're also, of course, looking for the dagger case.
Yeah, I was just making sure we had exactly what we're looking for the taxes.
Yeah, Mesley, acrobatics check. Anthony, you look confused.
Yeah, I don't get why we're here first. I thought the whole point was that we had to go to his house, get the rods, and the rods would open.
That's the
that's
second.
No,
second
that's
part.
part 2.
No, you've missed everything.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. For now, just don't worry about it. I don't think anything about that is particularly important to you right now. The important thing is the distraction to get them out. Go on, Gil.
Yeah.
What sort of time frame are we going to have before there's a suspicious amount of time being spent in there with the goods being counted?
You'll have... so they expect him to be inside the office for an hour.
Okay.
Obviously, he will put his own goods in there, and he will retrieve his own goods, so it's a good idea for Mesley not to be seen at either moment.
Yeah, no, that's what I was just curious, because if, like, let's say it takes him longer than an hour to find the dagger, you're going to need,
He would be in trouble, but I don't think that's
They're
going
going
to be
to be like, okay,
Yeah.
so my question for this is, if I'm inside the building before, which I already said I am, I'm going to need to hide myself until they exit the building.
I'm getting there. So, as you get down there, one of the guards, there is a guard there, and very quietly here, that's an entrance, and then he gestures towards what looks like a crate in the corner with a lid off. And you see this crate has 2 very thin slits cut into it to look out of. He's done this before. He gestures and you can get in there. However, before you do, are you opening the window now, or are you going to attempt to open the window after the goods have been stowed?
I'd say after the goods have been stowed.
Okay. Very good. So, as you hide in this box, Fina, you're watching through the window. You notice that... go on.
Can I even watch through the window? Am I tall enough?
Yeah. You're upside down off the edge of the building.
Oh,
Yeah.
from that window.
Yeah,
Gotcha. I thought
so-
I was down on the ground to get into the window.
No, you'd need to climb into the window from the roof. You won't be able to jump 3 foot up in the air to...
okay.
Yeah, because the window base is sort of 3.5 foot in the air. So if you were on the ground level, you'd need somebody to lift you up, given your height. Oh, actually, no, you're not that short. But yeah, even so, it's a lot easier to do it from where you
Pretty
are.
short.
Well, we have some good news. If you need to be lifted up by it or anything.
No, he
then,
doesn't. He can just go down. That's the point.
Right.
I don't
So,
want to
Mesley,
step on
you
any more tiles.
as you jump in the crate, the lid is popped over you, and you are able to watch as the goods are stowed. And then you hear the door shut firmly, and the gentleman goes over to the other room. The guard sort of gives it a little tap on the top of the roof.
I'll move the box lid off,
Mhm.
and I'll make my way over to the window.
Whoa. You know that's trapped, right?
Oh,
There's a spell on it.
yeah.
One of the guards will let you... You didn't know this information beforehand. He's saying one of the guards will get alerted if that window gets opened. You have someone you need to get in?
Yes.
Well, that's your problem to manage. As you look through this window, you can see at the very top of the window, just the very tip of Fina's head, And at the bottom of the window, if you look straight out, you can see Anthony sort of walking around outside.
Yeah, I'll make a symbol towards Fina on the top of the window, and I'll be like,
Whatever our symbol for trap would be.
yeah.
Okay. Can't open it. Like it. What's Fina's response?
Is there a way for me to get the attention of Anthony?
Yeah. He keeps looking up to you.
I'm
Constantly.
gonna be honest, I have no idea who the other person is that could use this scroll, so
Vasilos.
Vassal, okay. Well, yeah, Anthony, I'm gonna do the same thing that if I can to tell you that it's trapped and we need it.
You guys are
Or at
adept
least come
enough
over
to
here.
communicate from distances.
Yep.
You know, you could just point him towards Mesley and the window. Anthony and Vasilos, I assume you each have a scroll each. Anthony, do you want to use this scroll to dispel the trap on the window?
Yeah.
Okay. As you move up closely, how are you disguising what you're doing? Because obviously, this is a tax office. You can't just stand outside casting a spell grandly.
So like, as where the window is at the side of the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
That area, is there anyone around?
Yeah, it's bustling. There are people moving up and down the sort of alleyway. There are merchants in the street out the front and out the back. There is a guard who occasionally walks past, just making sure that nobody's causing too much hassle. And of course, there's the next building along where there is a window looking out.
Then I'll use the busyness of the path to hide the fact that I'm going to cast Fog Cloud in this area.
Okay. Nice. Can I have a deception check, please? Just to see if you can sort of make this fog cloud appear naturally enough.
That's 21.
Yeah, great. So this fog cloud sort of moves in ever so slowly, and it drifts down, and you even hear a couple of people mutter, "Ooh, spooky weather." But that's about it. Now you're in the fog cloud.
Yeah, as the fog cloud settles, I'll just before it gets too thick to see properly, I'll start using the scroll on the window.
Yeah, excellent. You even hear, Mesley, from the inside a click as this sort of the spell disappears. What's your passive investigation, please?
Passive investigation is a 6.
Yeah, cool. Great. You opening the window?
Yeah, I'll open the window.
Fantastic. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And as you open the window, you notice that there was a thin thread along the window, and as that snaps, you hear pow! Like a gunshot. But obviously no guns in this world. As the cord snapping has released some sort of loud bang. Anthony dispelled the alarm spell on the window, but the more physical trap you completely ignored. Anthony, you hear this straight away. And the guard in your room with you, Mesley, jumps and sort of heads over to the door to the main office. What are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna put semi-trust in that guard. I'm gonna close the window back down, and I'm gonna crawl back into the.
You're just gonna hide?
Box, and then I'm gonna put
Great.
it back over the top.
Okay, you hear him sort of go in, and I don't know what that was about. That window's normally secured and locked, but it opened. It just swung open. And the tax officer, well, you better call another guard. You never know if somebody's trying to interfere with the goods. You understand how important our guest is here, right? And at this moment, 2 guards will come through into the main room. You see him sort of gesture over at the hole towards you and just kind of go. Anthony, you're outside. You see 2 more guards enter in. Is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, there is. So, Ness, where is Ness?
Ness is on the roof, just above you, standing next to Fina.
Okay. For Cloud, that's up to an hour. How obscured is it? I mean, obviously this spell, so it's heavily obscured. But...
Yeah, it's thick. It's thick enough that you can see perhaps a couple of feet in front of you.
Okay.
I would have to know what you're trying to see to be able to tell you if you can. Or what you're trying to have not seen.
No, I want to either pick up like the lightest person around me and throw them through the window, or I want to provoke a fight between two people enough that one of those people throw someone through the window.
You could probably chuck someone into the window to sort of have them crash into it with the air. I don't think you'd be able to get them through it. It's pretty tight. Fina would be able to climb through it.
I want them to break the window and fall into the room.
Yeah, no one's that small. That's what I'm saying. But you can smash the window with a person. You just wouldn't be able to smash it and have them go in. I mean, the window is, say... I would give you a dimension, but that doesn't help you. Somebody would have to put their arms up straight and go through, and really wriggle through, and they'd have to be smaller than your average person. That's why Fina can get through.
Alright, there's no halflings around?
Sure, there are a couple.
They're not small enough?
I mean, sure, if you threw them at, an exact point javelin... No, you can't throw somebody through this window. It's not logical. Somebody would have to climb through very, very carefully to be able to get in.
Then I'm not doing anything.
Okay, Vasilos.
Okay, but I feel like that's a job for Fina to try and sneak inside. As far I kind of
Window's closed.
how can okay.
It might have closed again. It's not locked. Carry on, Vasilos.
Would you say that with my current skills, with the forgery kit, I can make a false tax claim quickly enough to give it to Anthony and go in there and make a scene?
I mean, realistically, you would know as Vasilos that the tax officer is not going to see somebody without an appointment. So if he pushes in and makes a scene, he can make a great scene, and they probably won't even look at the document. So yes.
Did the guards go into that room?
Yeah, there are two guards in there, but they're
Okay.
rifling through the stuff. You could definitely get into the room, Fina, if you were very, very quick and stealthy about it. Going through the stuff is going to be mighty difficult with two other guards in there. But you can give it a go.
Anthony.
If I open the window, will the fog go in that room?
A little bit. You can control it, right?
That's a great idea.
Ooh. But then it's also, but it's also kind of suspicious for fog to just go into.
Not really. Fog does do that.
Yeah, but the window's closed.
Yeah.
But the spell doesn't say
But the-
that I can control it.
But the trap also went off, so it's clearly not closed.
No, the guy literally walked over and pulled it shut.
Oh,
But it's not locked, so we can just open it.
Yeah, you would be able to open it again, but obviously they would see that the window has been opened for the folk to go in. So, multiple suggestions. Anthony, you've been asked if you would go in and make a scene at the front. Fina, you'd probably be able to get in on your own. If somebody needs throwing through a window, Ness is probably your man. Although, as I said, you'd only be able to smash the window. You won't be able to.
Yeah,
But if you smash the window, the fog will go in.
The whole idea behind that was just to get the guards to leave the room. That's why
You wouldn't want them to go in. I think it'd be right if they hit the window and then went down after shattering it outside the window in the first place.
Because
then they would leave the building.
Go around.
But they would also leave the building to take the person outside. Why would
Well, Well, I mean, if there's somebody in the building, they're just going to detain them in the building. If they're outside, they're going to see why they're going to come out, possibly, and see why they're tampering with the window, right?
And that would give a decent enough explanation for them if they hear somebody crash a window as to why it was open. Maybe somebody was trying to get in, that way.
Okay, clearly some players not seeing eye to eye, but someone needs to do something.
I'm thinking we just start some shit with them to get the guards out of the room so I can quickly get in there.
Do you need something broken then?
Nothing in that
Just
fucking room. Please, anything in that room. Do not break things in that room.
Well, I'm certainly not going to be in the room. I'm not. I'm not in the building. I'm on it. So
Break the window.
I really think that, okay, if somebody makes enough of a scene, the guards will be obligated to at least come and handle them.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe drag them out. So I can I kind of like scribble something on paper. This is some bullshit tax record. Just say somebody go in there, say you are charging me more than you should. Maybe throw a chair, make it an entire thing. The guys that have to take you out. This is our golden opportunity to sneak in, get all the things figured out, and just head out.
Okay, with the fog and everything, I'm just gonna fly up to where Vasilos is, snatch the piece of paper out of his hand, fly back down, and head straight into the building.
You're still disguised, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to the front of the tax building. The door is closed. There's a guard outside.
I'm gonna tell him I have an appointment.
Okay. He will open the door slightly. He says a few words quietly. The list. And somebody hands him out a little board, piece of paper on it, and a bunch of names. Your name, sir?
The door's slightly open, right?
Ever so slightly. It was.
Yeah, I'm
briefly.
just gonna barge in.
You're going to push through both guards. I say, so let me explain this. The door's behind him. He's leant around the door, opened it slightly, grabbed a clipboard, closed the door, and turned back to you. What's your name, sir?
Has Lavelle already been in?
Lorvel Malakuja is inside right now.
I don't have any other name. Can I see any name on the list? Or is the list not like...
He's holding it like
in
this.
my...
No, he's holding it like this.
Do I know any names of nobles?
Yeah, you can fob one, but do you know the name of a merchant who's likely to be arriving at the building today? No. No. You just give it a name.
Okay,
you can claim to be somebody of importance.
Okay, I'll just say that my name is Lord Harrington.
Okay. Let me sort of... I'm afraid I haven't got you on the list for today. You sure your appointment was today?
I am very certain that my appointment is today.
What was your appointment regarding, sir?
These extortionate taxes that you've been charging on me and my farm. You realize who you're fucking with? I feed half this country. Let me in right now.
Deception check advantage. And he sort of looks down the list and, well, I'm so sorry, sir. I haven't got you on the list, but I can at least go and ask the tax officer if he might see you. We currently have somebody in right now. Go on.
It's a 19.
Yeah. We currently have somebody in there right now.
I do not care for what nobody is in there right now. I demand to speak to him at once. Or would you like to see this country starve?
No, I don't.
Ness is the one up here with me, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Do I have any idea what Anthony's doing?
Yeah, you know what's going on, but bear in mind that what's going on is at the front of the building, and the storage room is at the back.
I know. That's. I was just trying to.
Hear the yelling.
Okay, so Ness, I need you to go help him. cause problems. Anyone over there?
Do you want me to come down off the roof with the ropes?
You're
lift everything
only on
back
the
up?
first. You're only on the first story, so you can quite easily just jump down.
Pretend
Right.
to be a bodyguard.
Help him.
Sure.
Aggression. Help him.
What? Help Anthony?
Anthony, yes. On his side. Help him.
Anthony,
Hurry.
as you see Ness
Right. Yep. Okay.
approaching,
I'll hop down. I'll hop down one of the sides where no one's watching.
yeah, Anthony, you do see Ness approaching. At this moment, Gil, you can see that there is another guard walking, sort of down from the battlements down towards the tax office building. But this guard is dressed a little differently. He has sort of white embellished armor. It has a gold mark blazoned on his shield. You know he's one of the captains. Perhaps he's been signaled down. Perhaps he's come down for some other reason. But you see he's on his way to the building. Ness will get to Anthony long before the guard does, but just to make you aware of this.
Yeah. I'm gonna sort of move to intercept the guard, but casually, and I'm gonna drop all of the ball bearings that I have remaining on the ground in front of him in the fog, right?
Great, that is beautiful. Okay, that's Anthony, Ness comes towards you. Ness arrives sort of just behind you. Are you saying anything to the guard about Ness's arrival?
No.
Okay. So the guard sort of
I can see he's looking like a noble. Yes, very
yeah,
clearly.
but before you arrive, sort of there's still a minute or so for Anthony to sort of interact.
Yeah.
Anthony, you see the guard leans in again and says to the tax officer, I've got a Lord Harrington here. Very important that he sees you. He claims to be a man of quite some importance. Seems to have been overcharged. And the tax officer sort of leans down to the gentleman that you saw with the staff. And I'm so sorry, sir. Just bear with me a moment. And the tax officer himself comes to the door. And this tax officer, he's robed. He's not armored. He's quite old. He's got a long beard, startling blue eyes, and he looks up at you. And I don't believe we've met, have we?
No, we haven't. But I've received your letters.
That's unusual. Do you sell goods within the city?
I sell stock to the entire city. My farms supply this entire city and other cities in this region with food.
I
drink,
understand why you
were.
I'm so sorry, sir. I now understand your problem. You need to see Lord. What is his name? Lord Karras. Karras? Yeah, Lord Karras. He deals with sort of more large-scale produce. I only deal with petty merchants, sir. And you see the merchant sat down. Lorvel sort of petty merchant. But he points out that he doesn't deal with people who deal with large transactions. However, I'm more than happy to write you a notice of appointment and get you up to the office as soon as possible. Here, and then he calls out. He calls out, and one of the guards comes through from the other room, not the one that was paid off, by the way, from the other room, and he will escort you to Lord Karras. I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding. We're only the minor tax office here. We don't deal with major issues. Good luck shunning that guy, by the way.
Paid up on yet.
No, you have two guards in there. One paid off, one not.
Okay.
I expect this to be dealt with. Lead the way.
Okay. The guard turns to you and very well. I'll lead you up to the keep. Are you going to attempt to lose him at some point, or are you just going to follow him all the way up to the keep?
Yeah, at some point, if I could just slip away.
Okay. How would you go about that?
Well,
I'll let you
like-
think about that for a minute, actually. Well, okay. Ness, as you approach the door, you see Anthony walk past you with a guard. Realizing that it's probably not the best idea to interfere, you also hear a complete clatter as the captain of the guard sort of stumbles over a bunch of ball bearings, and he doesn't just land, he lands and then rolls a little way.
no.
in his sort of full-on plate mail armor, just and he sort of tries to stand up and look really imperious, but he slips straight back down, and you hear him shout from the floor, "Somebody help me out here! I'm being attacked!" And one of the guards comes running out of the building. Fina, you notice, Fina and Mesley, you both notice that the guard who hasn't been paid off has just run out of the building, along with another guard to attend to their captain. Your moment is up. Fina, Mesley, you are able to interact.
I'll pop out of the box, and I'll push open the doors, and I'll look up and be like, well, that was a
And
mess.
I would jump in the window as soon as it's open.
I'll-
The guard's
I'll-
the
I'll-
guard inside is just shaking his head, and he just points, and there's a tax book left open on top of one of the crates. Mesley, I'm assuming you're going to go out and hand that to Vasilos.
Yes, I'm going to grab the tax book.
Okay, and you're just going to take it out the window to Vasilos, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just going to
Okay,
grab
right.
it, jump out the window.
Vasilos, I need an intelligence check with advantage, please. And you can add your proficiency modifier to that.
Nice. Hopefully,
I think you might have a... Yeah, just give me an in check with advantage and add your proficiency modifier. I will give you a forgery check button at some point. At this moment, Gil, you notice that the two guards come out, run over to their captain, and then just sort of crash into him. They take him out, and we're being attacked. And they start swinging out at nothing on the floor until eventually one of them picks up a single ball bearing and looks at it. And I think I found our problem. As those three are sort of struggling over there, Fina, you're on your own in this room. What was your check? Sorry, Vasilos, while I'm at it.
14.
14. Okay, so you understand the nature of what you need to edit. You're able to read through. And it doesn't take you too long to get down to the spot to edit. There is the option of just crossing it out. But you actually notice that as it's one of the later items on the list, perhaps you could duplicate a different item. So it would look like it was just an accidental double count. And in fact, there is a robe of someone, I've got it written down.
Scintillating colors.
Yes, thank you. Robe of scintillating colours, which you might be able to adjust the text to double count.
I like that plan.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I think I'm gonna do that.
So as you're doing that, can I take an investigation check from Fina? Sorry, carry on, Basilos.
So I'm gonna do that.
Are you serious? That's a 3.
What?
Oh no.
I am going to take this opportunity for maybe trying to gather some extra intel. Is there anything else interesting that I can find there in the tech in the tax record?
Yeah, there are loads, but bear in mind that you do want this to be a hidden job. So what you could get away with taking is very different to what you'd be able to take. But you do notice that you might be able to skim some jewels. There's quite a few different jewels listed. You might be able to skim a few.
Where's my passive investigation?
Okay, I will try to do that. Will that take an additional forgery check?
No, I'm going to run off the 14 you've already got, and I will let you know later on what those are. Mesley, as you then take these tax records back in, you come in to see Fina looking completely lost. I can't believe it because the DC was pretty low. Mesley, would you like to give him the help action, or would you like to search yourself?
I would like to give him the help action.
Right. Can I
With
Why
have
you really want me to fail?
can I have a second roll, please? Fina? Okay, after the amount of drama that you've all caused, Fina just can't concentrate right now. The guard sort of looks over to you and... What's the problem?
God.
Get on with it.
Fuck yeah.
So as at this point, Mesley and Fina, you begin realizing that you're going to have to open some of these boxes because you can't just pick out the right one.
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say, based on your intelligence, Fina, you would know to start with the smaller boxes. And after about 25 minutes of searching, you finally come up to this box and you see a dagger inside it. However, the dagger is inside a glass closed box. It has a mechanical lock on it, Fina, which you may attempt to open.
Can I check for any arcane traps?
You don't find any arcane traps, but you do notice that there is an arcane lock on it.
I have an idea of how to open that.
No, not really. You understand it has some sort of seal on it, but the nature of exactly what opens it is beyond you.
Okay, well, I guess I can fuck with the mechanism.
Yeah, so give me a Thieves tool check.
Ready for another 2, guys? Oh boy, even better, a 4.
Okay.
8. Great.
Yeah, so you are able to tamper with the mechanical lock, but the arcane lock is a little beyond you right now. Mesley, as you're watching this, this is something you've seen before.
My stupidest showing.
In fact, it's something you've seen in a circus. This is where sometimes something is hidden in plain sight. In fact, the whole box is mirrored inwards. You notice that there is nothing necessarily magical about this trap except for the illusion nature of it. With your sort of explaining this to Fina, you can actually reach your hand through the glass now you've unlocked the box.
Okay.
And you're able to just grasp the dagger. As you grasp the dagger, you feel a thrum of power go through your hand, as this dagger is enchanted with really strong magics. You're able to put the copy in place and swap the daggers. And at this moment, as you put the box back, you hear the door between the two chambers begin to open. The guard that is paid off sort of steps into the doorway, giving you guys a couple of seconds to get out.
Definitely gonna get out the window.
Yep.
Okay.
And close it behind us.
As the two of you make a dive for the window and pull it closed behind you, I'm just gonna make one check here.
Who the fucking worst at this?
Oh yeah, okay, cool. They're completely oblivious. So that's great. You've managed most of that. There is a couple of other issues to clear up. Vasilos, you were able to change a certain number of gems, but the party will have to lift those from the personal quarters. You did not have enough time to lift them during the tax chamber. Anthony, how are you trying to slip the guard?
That depends. Where did we walk? Like what direction?
He's
Did
leading
we
you
walk
through the
through
entire noble quarter, all the way up to the main keep.
Okay, is that through the fog or a different way?
No, it's completely the opposite direction.
Okay, then I'll just wait till he turns a corner and I'll just turn back around.
Okay, and you're just going to do a dash, are you? Or are you just going to try and blend in with other people?
Well, it depends how crowded it is, I guess.
It's
Because
crowded
I'm-
enough that you can try and blend in with other people. It just determines which check I'm going to ask you for.
Yeah, if there's people around, then yeah.
Performance check, please.
He's an Assassin's Creed his ass.
If it was the streets were empty, I'd just fly.
You don't fly any faster than you walk, though.
No, but if you're looking back to see someone, you're not gonna look up.
Up. No, that's true. Okay.
And I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, yeah, easy. You blend in with a bunch of other nobles, and after a while, you wind your way back to the rooftops, where
Can I
you.
have those rolls? What the fuck?
Sorry.
I said, can I have that fucking roll?
Yeah, I know, right?
Two
Regardless,
twos and a 4. What the fuck?
Gil, you're able to give the signal to everybody that everybody's gone out, and the group of you are able to return to the hideout briefly, where you'll take a short break before continuing on to the evening. And in that moment, we shall also take a short break. Hello and welcome back to the second half of Den of Thieves. During our break, the players also took a break, waiting at the hideout before heading out that night. When you head out that night, it's safe to say all of you probably are going to stick to the rooftops. It's the safest place for a bunch of thieves. Anybody have any objections to that? No, they're pretty easy to traverse, and you are able to get over to the private quarters of Lorvel Malakuja. Mesley, this is a single-story building, and you notice that there is a strange-shaped chimney. It's like a flat back, and it's a semicircle to the side. This is going to be difficult to fit into. So you will squeeze in, but I'm wondering about how easily you'll get down, how much noise you're going to make on the way. So please, give me that acrobatics check.
Sorry,
18.
before we got there, could I have changed into something different?
Yeah, of course. What does this entail?
Looking like a streetwalker.
Oh, okay. That works. And are you headed down from the building to distract the guards as Mesley goes in, or are you going to wait a while, or what's the plan?
Yeah, I like slowly float down in front of.
Oh, okay. So there's two guards, and they each walk a semicircle perimeter. Are you going to try and get them while they can both see you at the back?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you float down, and hey there.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Well, what's a couple of lonely guards like you doing in a place like this?
I'm keeping watch. It's the job.
I'll like gently run my hand down one of their face. Wouldn't you like a different job?
Bear with me a second. I'm rolling for sexuality. Yeah, no, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to stick to what I had. One of them's married. The other one, however, married to a woman.
And
Well, he's not interested in you.
you never had a guy been on the DL?
Yeah, but this one isn't. He's completely uninterested in you. However, the other one is sort of... Not right now. I get off in about 4 hours.
You could get off right now.
He sort of looks at you and... Look, it's not worth losing my job over.
And then I'll turn to the other guard. Also, I have a few friends. Have you ever had a menage a trois?
He sort of blushes a little bit. And then he's going to turn and walk back round. Unfortunately, you can probably gather that he's not going to be distracted from you. However, the other one begins to engage you in sort of like flirtatious conversation and appears to be fairly into you. You said you had friends? Is there a place we can go?
There is. Do you know the Blooming Rose?
I can't say I do. Give me a perception. A perception? Yes, that's exactly what I want. A persuasion check while you're doing this. Yeah, that's it. Jack off that dice.
Oh my fucking god, what is this turn?
What was that, Josh?
It's a 16.
A 16? Yeah, he'll sort of lead the way. You can lead him away and do with him what you please, but you've left the other guard behind.
Yeah, I'll lead him away. Unfortunately, I can't just this was like a cartoon. I just knock him out.
You can get Ness to knock him out.
Sure, I'll get Ness to creep up behind him and just bonk him on the head.
Yeah, Ness, you see this guy walking away after Anthony. It's pretty obvious what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask for a roll. You just sort of crack him around the head with... What do you have that's blunt and not going to kill him?
Well, not gonna kill him. There's a chance the Warhammer's not gonna kill him.
Sure, okay, you've got a Warhammer, right? Okay, that's pretty blunt. Yeah, you can just bash him in the back of the head with that. Absolutely fine.
He's
Maybe
gonna
you can
have
cover it
skull
with it.
fractures,
Yeah, well, cover it with a
think he might
cloak.
live.
Cover it with a cloak.
Yeah,
Don't
alright
swing
then.
it with two hands.
Had
Just
it enough, yeah.
yeah. Anthony,
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
you've left the other guard out the front.
Yes, and I'm kind of giving Ness a weird look like, why didn't you just use your hands? But whatever.
Hey, you needed him knocked out, right? You're gonna
Yeah.
complain about the method?
I said knocked out, not frontal lobotomy with your warhammer.
Potato, potato.
Okay, so I'll quickly glide on over to the direction that the other guard was walking.
Mm-hmm. He's currently at the front of the building. And
Oh, he's at the front.
waiting. Yeah, he's waiting for the other guard to appear on his semicircular maneuver.
Okay, I'll walk up to him.
Oh, fucking! I've got a job to do, man. What did you do
I
with my
know.
comrade?
He's having some fun. You could be doing the same. It won't take long. You'll be back on your.
Long enough. I've
I
got a
know.
job to do, and with that, he'll start to walk the whole way round. But you can walk alongside him if you want.
He needs to make a strength save. And when this happens,
He's got a +1.
I'm signaling Ness to come over.
It's a 15.
Fuck me.
Sorry, it's the dice.
All right. Well, nothing happens then.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. I want to signal Ness to come over.
Okay.
From behind, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sneak up
Okay.
on
So
it.
I'm gonna like move around so I stop him walking away. So I'm stood in front of him.
Excuse me, sir. You will need to move out of the way. I do have a job to do. And with
yeah.
that, he goes to draw his sword.
Just one problem. Behind you.
At this point, Ness would only be sort of 20 feet away or so. He will hear Ness coming. There is no way Ness is going to sneak up on him completely. Ness, give me a stealth check. There's a chance, but it's unlikely. Ness is not the most delicate of...
21.
Oh, okay. Ness, never mind. Ness is walking like a fucking a dancer. Just sort of pouncing gently down, and then... boop! Okay. This guard, however, you will need to roll an attack roll for.
Sure. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, okay. That will hit hard enough that he's really taken out. You've got 2 unconscious guards. Mesley, you have arrived inside. Let me grab this out. I'm only going to use the 1 party counter. So Mesley, you drop down here. And you drop into a very dark room. What are you doing?
Guess first
That's the
order
point. Do you have dark
business.
vision?
Yes, I do. 6
Okay, right,
feet.
cool.
I guess the first order of business at this point is I'm going to approach the room that I know to be the where he's sleeping.
Okay, give me a stealth check to manage to walk here, and give me a perception check.
The 9 on stealth.
Sick.
The perception roll, however, is going to be a 4.
Okay, cool. So as you head on over here, you don't notice, and you do rouse the awareness of the familiar. But right now it does nothing. As you get to the door is closed. What are you doing with it?
Having had a very poor experience with the window before, I'm going to attempt to check for any traps on said door.
Okay, make an investigation check with disadvantage because it's dark in here.
Oh, that's going to be a great roll. 9.
Yeah, that's not bad actually. I think you've got like a -3 to it or something, so that's quite impressive.
-4.
Great. Yeah, you can ascertain that not only is this door not trapped, it's not locked either.
I guess I'm going to attempt to open the door.
Okay, and as you walk in, he is sitting on the edge of the bed, staring at you. You thought you'd let yourself into my home uninvited?
Meow, pretend you're a house cat.
No. Not a chance.
Oh goodness. I guess my great plan at this point is to reach into my pouch and pull out the little dart I have and just dash at him as fast as I possibly can to stab him in the neck.
Okay. You dash across the room and you reach through, and your hand goes straight through his neck, and you fall down upon the bed on top of the sleeping gentleman.
guess panic.
You
Just
proc an
stab him.
illusion. He sort of grunts as you hit on him. I will take it to hit roll with disadvantage for you to get this into his neck before he actually wakes up.
Gonna be an unarmed.
It doesn't matter. Just anything that's dex based.
4.
Yeah, great. Absolutely fine. You're able to shove this into his neck. You are at this point attacked by a small chameleon that attempts to make bites at your face and flap at you, but really doesn't do a huge amount before just dissipating into nothing when the gentleman falls properly unconscious. At this point, you may assume that you set some sort of trap off, by the way, given that you were just spoken to by a guy on the edge of the bed.
Well, seeing as how he's night time already, I guess I was gonna say, well, that dissipated, so I should be fine. I'm going to make my way around the left side, so out of the room, around the left side towards that
Okay,
door.
as you stand here, you notice that there is a cone of vision coming out from this. Think of it as like it comes out the corner, so it's like a 45 degrees. It definitely covers that door. Give me an insight check. Give me an insight check. See if you can understand something about the statue.
Does it cover both doors?
The 3.
It covers both bottom doors. No, you've clueless, mate.
Yeah, I guess if I know that that I can see the door just by looking at it.
The cone, it's literally a cone of light coming out of the corner.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to see how high up on the wall that is capable of seeing.
About 6 foot. It covers to the top of the door frame.
Maybe try rotating the statue.
Imagine. What a thought.
Wow, what a thought. I guess I'm going to attempt to rotate the statue.
Yeah, as you move over
slightly
here,
to
you
the right
notice it's
side.
on casters, and you just twist it. Facing the cone out towards the corner of the room. You cannot stop it from viewing both this door and this door and this door. It will at all points see 2 of them, right? Unless it's only... see 1 of them, sorry. But you can center it on the storage box until your party arrive in.
Can I center it on his room?
Of course you can. So at this point, it covers only his door. Only his room.
I instead of even going through that side room, I'm just going to walk through that initial hallway entrance.
Okay. You get to about here before you hear large footsteps behind you. You've just centered the statue on an unconscious man, and his familiar.
Well, the familiar dissipated, didn't it?
Oh, of course, yes, I did say the familiar dissipated. Okay, that's absolutely fine. That's fine. Although, do people move while they're unconscious? They do breathe,
No.
right?
But I breathe, yeah.
He wouldn't really roll around much.
I would assume I guess I didn't specify that I closed the door, I guess.
Okay, yeah, fine. I can go with that. You close the door. It's facing the other way. Great. Not a problem. In that case, we're absolutely fine. So then what? You're just going to walk to the front door and open it?
I guess at this point, I'm going to yet again check for any sort of traps in that area.
Okay. Again, this is in the dark. Where are you looking? The floor, the walls?
I guess I would do everything one by one.
Okay, so you're just going to get to the door frame first, are you?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
I'm just going to try and check the door first.
There's nothing
and
on the
slowly
door
make
frame
my
or
way
the door.
in. And then slowly make my way.
I will take a perception check.
All right, and I'm assuming with disadvantage, even with dark vision disadvantage.
No, this one I'll take straight. You're looking for something a little bit different here.
17.
Okay. You notice that there is a slightly glowing aura around the door.
Okay, this is gonna be a make or break moment, but I'm assuming that's the initial alarm that we thought about in the first place.
Not the front door, in this door right here.
Okay, I guess not really knowing how to deal with that, I'll move to the other room to see if that door is checked.
Identical.
Both doors have a glowing thing.
They have a green glowing light around them.
I have. I'm gonna take out one of my daggers and just kind of toss it through the door to see what happens.
Nothing happens.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Okay. Yeah, you move through the door. Nothing happens.
I'll check the next door.
Exactly the same green glow. Nothing happens.
Yep, I'll make my way to the front door then.
Okay. As you make your way to the front door, yeah, it's just a simple latch open. You do notice that there is some magical glow from the door. This time you would know that this is what an alarm spell looks like. You've seen plenty of them. There's a piece of string dangled over the door. It's definitely an alarm spell. You can open the door.
Yeah, I'll open the door and give a wave to the party, or everybody that's situated and ready to come in.
Okay, this door does not have a green glow on the inside of it. Guys, you're all able to head in.
Before we head in,
Hey.
Yes, Gil, go on.
I'm going to restrain the guards.
Oh,
With
okay.
String.
With string
The
or
string.
with rope?
I don't have rope on me, but I'll ask the party if they
I've got
have rope.
Got lots of rope.
We will restrain the guards with rope.
Yeah, the string
I'll
just
work
wouldn't
with you
hold.
and we'll just restrain these guards for the time being.
Okay. Vassilos?
Okay. Suggestion.
No, it's a second level spell. You don't have it yet.
Okay. The guards are currently unconscious, right?
They are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there okay, within what we can see, are there any like alcoholic beverages we can find?
You're outside the building. Are you going to go into the building and start combing it for
When we
alcohol?
go inside. Oh, we're not going. Yeah. Oh, we're not inside.
Nope.
I thought we
We're not
going
inside
in.
yet. Not inside yet.
I thought we were going in. My idea is okay. So definitely some traps have been set off. What if we just throw the guards in there unconscious with a bottle in hand and say that they, and like make it seem like they did all of the ruckus?
Because there's not meant to be anybody being found within the quarters. Otherwise, it's going to rouse more suspicion, especially if they're paid by the guy, right?
And also, none of the traps have alerted anybody else.
When
And the guy doesn't know.
if the guy wakes up and sees that some of the traps have been set off.
You'll be able to determine that nature when you're inside. For now, we'll restrain the guards outside, and Gil can decide whether he unties them later on or what he does with them. Anthony, you have a question? Okay, you literally just went like this at me. But anyway, so yeah, you're all able to move into the building.
I'm cracking my fingers.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's what
there
you
was
got.
some waving going on.
Right.
You're all able to move into the building. At this moment, you all stand where the party counter is. I have not used separate counters, so that'll be how it is for now.
Are we leaving the guards outside tied up, or are we?
Yeah, right
taking
now
the
they're
guards
tied
in?
up just outside.
Stick them in a
Right, that's
bush.
fine.
Stick them in a bush,
Yeah,
just in
yeah,
case.
we'll
Yeah, in the
somebody
bush
wants
is
to-
great. Cool, in the bush. Deserved.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that one detail was squared away. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, and then what?
I'll inform
So
the
we're
party
looking
that,
for some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, in a
Security rods
whisper.
specifically, and maybe some gems.
Joe says 2 security rods specifically and maybe some gems. Oscar said what?
I will whisper to them that the green glow on the lights on the doors does not seem to do anything.
As
Right, you need to
you
whisper. Isn't the guy out cold?
reach, well, you never know. As you reach the
Fair
door
enough.
frame, Anthony, can I have an Arcana check, please?
$16.
Yeah, this green light didn't do anything because you were going out. It will do something if you go in. It seems to be set to provoke some sort of response from a guard of some sort.
Hmm.
But it's on every door.
I think that I'm going to use my scroll of dispel on
On one singular
this
door? Which door? The one straight ahead?
Well,
Maybe we find out
I mean,
what happens.
there's
first.
no real reason to do it on this door straight ahead, because if I can dispel the other door, then we just have access to the same room from a different way, right?
No, because there's 2 doors that way, and you've only got 1 scroll. It's on
Hold up,
all
hold
the
up, hold up.
doors. Go on, Jamel.
Oh, right.
So wait, so
Hold on,
these,
Joe.
like,
Go on, Jamel. You're hold upping.
So-
Spit it out.
I might not be the smartest person here, but these doors didn't get triggered when you went through this
Yes,
place.
but Anthony has just ascertained with an Arcana check that they do get triggered on the way in. They just don't get triggered on the way out.
Can't the guy just go back down through the chimney again and just open the doors and leave them open?
The doors are open. There's green light in the frame that will be triggered if you walk through it.
Oh, okay,
Joe,
never mind.
back to
I
the
am an
point.
idiot.
Joe, you can dispel the one straight ahead of you or one of these two doors. Well, this door on the right is closed.
Well, we're not meant to go into the summoning circle room
No.
anyways, right?
But
So we can roll
so,
now.
something. Okay, but if I dispel like the door on the left, is the door on the top of the bottom left?
this
room
door
also-
is got a green trap on it. This door has got a green light on it. This door has got a green light on it.
Yeah,
This
I'll
door
share that
didn't
with
have
the
a green light on it.
Those 3 doors
Okay.
had all of the doors had green lights on it, except for the bedroom, is what I saw.
Did you look at the storage room?
Door was closed.
Door was closed.
Okay,
Did it
so
have a green
yeah,
light?
I'm gonna dispel the
Sorry,
door
Joe.
straight ahead.
Moan,
Wait,
you were
what?
just before that. What were you saying?
Did it have a green light on it?
He doesn't know. The door was closed.
Door was closed. Yeah.
You can only see the green light when the door is open because it's inside the door frame. Go on,
Gotcha.
Vasilos, you want to dispel it?
I'm gonna dispel the door straight ahead.
Okay.
Because then we can just because if it doesn't trigger when going out, then wait, okay. So for what I'm thinking, I'm gonna dispel the door ahead anyway, but is the door on the top of the bottom left, like, what is considered out? Like going
Leaving the
into
building.
the room?
So
Yeah, but
this
for
door, the way that he, okay, so he walked from the middle of the room out the both doors, yeah, and nothing happened.
Okay, yeah.
If he, that is in, that is out. In, out, and shake it all about.
If you're
okay?
going towards the door to leave, you're going out. If you're coming away from the door, you're going in.
Very simple. So you're dispelling that door straight ahead. Okay, great. At this point, you guys are looking at the back of a statue. And does anybody who doesn't have dark vision, actually, is it everyone that isn't Mesley?
I have dark vision.
You do?
I'm an elf.
Oh, so you are. Sorry.
Yeah, I have it as well, apparently.
Ness has it. Vasilos, any dark vision?
I do not.
Okay, cool. So for you three, Fina, Gil, and Vasilos, it is fucking dark in here. Like, you can't see where you're going to put your feet dark. The only light is coming from this flame in this little thing over here. That looks to be some sort of kiln.
Yep.
Is
Does anybody have a torch?
You have torches.
Oh, well, I'm going to pull my torch out then and light it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Immediately upon doing this, you see a few things. First, some of these floorboards on the ground are black. Mesley, you got lucky. You didn't step on them. But there are blackened floorboards, and they are all specifically on the right-hand side of the room, which is how you didn't step on any of them. They're all leading up to that storage chamber. But with the light lit, you are able to step over them. Gil, you will immediately notice that there is a large sort of candelabra on the ceiling that appears to have daggers sticking down from it.
I'm going to point that out to the party, see if one of the
It
more
hangs.
nimble folks.
It hangs above the gap between the statue and the storage door.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna slowly point to it and tell them that they should be careful of the daggers, and then I'm gonna try and take a more astute look at my surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look for any mechanisms for that?
I would assume it's the floorboards.
No, the floorboards definitely don't trigger it. I can take an Arcana check from Anthony on the floorboards.
Is 14?
Yeah, they call some sort of god. Fina, with an investigation check, you might be able to work out what triggers this.
A 16.
Okay, you see a very delicate, thin black line leading from across the ceiling and down the wall to the door to the storage room from the candelabra. Candelabra,
Would
there's
I
a
be
word.
able to?
Wow.
Would I be
Yeah,
able to
that's
disarm this?
Sorry, Moon, you said?
Would I be able to disarm this?
Yes, if you were inside the storage room.
What's in the storage room?
It's going through the door frame.
Is there any way we can rig the wire so that it doesn't get triggered when we open the door? Like to hold it? Because I'm assuming that the string is taut, yeah, or no?
Mm-hmm. The string is taut.
So is there a way that we can maintain the
You
string?
tell me, do you have a way of doing that?
Well, I have string. I could tie
And
the string to another point, like let's say the back of the statue, in a manner that it is going to remain taut.
different question.
That's a really
Could
cool
I,
response.
by using
Yes.
okay, could I, by
Yeah,
using
that's what's-
mage hand, simply hold the string?
No.
You can't hold that much weight with a
No,
mage hand.
it's 150 pounds, and the mage hand
Oh,
I
okay,
think
yeah,
holds
It's
5.
a lot.
Um,
Not a lot.
Gil,
You can always
you
tie it to the ceiling.
as you look at this string, as you call it, it's not a string. It is a thin line of something sort of more magically in metal. You could definitely tie something to secure it in place, but string ain't gonna hold.
Okay.
Not the way that
Do we have rope left over from restraining the guards?
Yeah.
No. I
Even,
don't think so.
oh, did you only have the one rope between you?
Yeah, we only had the one rope.
Okay.
But you said
guess the guards are
150
tied together.
pounds.
Yeah, I did.
Could I wedge it? Hear me out. Could I wedge it with my quarterstaff to the roof? Would that be from the top of the statue? Would that be tall
That
enough?
would require some remarkable. You won't need to be on the top of the statue, but it will require some remarkable strength.
Who's the strongest that we have? That would be Ness.
That would be
right?
me.
I'm gonna pass Ness my staff and be like, "Can you hold it?"
Sure. How do I need to do this? Just like put tension on this string and keep it held?
So you're going to try and hold the thread in place with the stick.
Yeah, I think that could work, right?
Technically, it could.
Why doesn't Ness just hold it?
What, the candelabra?
The string.
Because there's no, the thread is attached to the wall, right? So he
I
can't
could-
just like
I know, but
magically
I
be
mean,
up
we
there.
No, you hold it from where the wall is and we cut it. And then we can secure it after we've opened the door and seen what is going on with it.
I
That's
don't
much
think he can
simpler.
just put his fingers and have it hold. I think he's likely to get his fingers very badly cut.
What I
It's a
can do is I
thin
can use. I
metal
can,
wire.
what I can do is I can take the flat of my warhammer and press it in and hold it with the warhammer.
Okay, so you're going to press it above the door. Yeah?
Yeah, and then that'll give people room to do whatever they need to do with it.
As you brace yourself and you press it above the door, Fina, would you like to investigate the actual door?
Yes.
Yes.
Once I manage to find my... Okay. Please let me get my skills. I swear to God if I roll a 2 again. Oh, there we go. A 19.
Yeah. Two things you notice. First of all, obviously, this door is rigged to rig the candelabra. We're going with that. To fall down. Completely covered with daggers. Secondly, you do notice a small green light, like the previous doors, emanating from this door. Just inside the door frame. The door is also locked, but it's mechanically locked, not magically locked, and you would be able to unlock it with ease.
We only had 2 of those scrolls, didn't we?
Yep. You don't have any left. Yeah, oh dear.
Well, it looks like we're gonna find out what that green light does.
Mm-hmm. That's you.
Gonna unlock the door.
Okay. And you are able to open it. At this point, Ness, the weight that you are holding becomes almost unbearable incredibly quickly.
I want to pull the door back closed. See if that helps.
I think I might be able to hold it.
The door is holding it. As soon as you open the door, the weight becomes very difficult for him to hold. But if the door is closed, you can't walk through it.
Yes, I understand that, but we need to come up with a different way to handle it. do
No,
we
no, no.
not?
He can hold it long enough for you to get inside and disarm it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're going to have to
Oh,
rush
okay,
inside and
fine.
disarm it.
Okay, then I will do that. Sorry.
Okay, so as
thought it
soon
was
as you
gonna come
rush
crashing
inside, you see that there is a small pulley system that was hooked under the door. You're able to just hook it under the door frame instead. However, as soon as you take a step through the door, I need the party to roll initiative, please.
Ah, fuck.
I really hoped you guys wouldn't have a combat. Oh well.
Okay.
I'm missing Vassilos and Anthony.
I am the king of shitty initiatives.
Do you need me to drill this one
If you
on
can
D&D
roll
Beyond?
just your initiatives on D&D Beyond, I'd really appreciate it, just so I
Got
can
it.
see them. Because they roll into
Oh,
my
that's
accountability.
so much worse than what I got on physical.
And Anthony? I haven't got yours either. Okay, great. That's what we like to see. As soon as you step through this door, 2 snakes writhe into existence through the floorboards. And then they solidify. And they are metal. And they stand upon their sort of the back of their tails, if that makes any sense. And for some reason my music's not working. Bear with me a second.
Wait, clarify that one again.
So they are 2 snakes, and as soon as they solidify, they appear to be made of metal, standing on the bottom of their tails, sort of standing up to their full height. Mesley, you notice this first. What are you doing?
Okay, so I guess making sure not to step on the black floorboards. I'll attempt to jump over those.
At any point that you guys are paying attention to the floorboards, your movement speed will be halved, by the way. Let me put an E2 in. And I apologize, but I had no way of predicting where you guys would be standing when this fight started. So, the one person that matters is Fina, who is in the room. The rest of you are probably... Oh, why? No. Just go, please. Okay. Actually, Anthony's probably further in. And it would be Ness that was stood over the doorway, holding that in place. Cool. Sorry, Mesley. It's your turn.
Yeah, making sure not to step on the black floorboards. I'll make my way
You'll
over.
only be able to move 15 feet then, unless you're dashing.
It
It counts as difficult terrain, yeah. So half movement speed.
Okay. I guess I'll use feline agility, my first of the 2, to double my movement speed.
Yeah.
And make my way across to E2. And I will take my short sword and I'll attempt to strike this metal snake with the sword.
Yep.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
That is 5 damage.
Okay.
And then with my other hand, you'll see me kind of just like...
Is your feline agility not a bonus action? It's just a free action?
It says when you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed. That doesn't say anything about action.
Cool. Marvelous. It's just a... Yep.
Yeah, you'll see me kind of like throw my hand down and unsheath my claws as I slash at the snake with my offhand.
It's Wolverkitten.
That'll be a 15.
That'll hit?
That will be 6 damage.
You don't have Flurry yet, or you just haven't used it?
I do not have flurry.
Okay, cool. That concludes your turn?
Yes, that will conclude my turn.
Okay, Ness. I'm afraid that...
Wait.
Yep.
Unless for some reason I got sneak attack on any of those?
No.
Okay.
Ness, you and Fina will spend the first round. You're holding it while Fina disables it, okay?
Am I able to hold my action until later in the round, or am I just going to skip it completely?
You're both going to skip the first turn.
That's fair.
But
That's
you
fine.
can do anything that doesn't require the use of your hand.
Wait, so I can do something...
As long as you can hold... No. You've got 2 hands holding it up. But if there's something you've got that doesn't require the use of your hands, such as a verbal-only spell.
No, I most definitely don't have any of that right now.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Unfortunately, so.
Gil, you're up.
I'm gonna mosey slowly towards E1.
Okay, you're trying to dodge the floor.
Yes. So that halves my movement speed, yeah.
Yeah. That's as close as you can get.
And then yeah, I think that's just me.
Okay. Fina, you are. I need a dex check, please, to unlock this. To disable the trap.
15.
Sorry?
15.
15, excellent. Yep, yeah, you disable it with ease. You may now use your movement speed in your bonus action. That was just your action. So that's you done.
I'm going to move by boxes and bonus action hide.
Okay. You're going to hide in by the boxes. I'm just going to put you one step to the right, which is behind the... so the door frame is covered. You are covered by the door frame. Okay, and you hide. Anthony, you're up.
Okay. I don't know if this is really necessary. But I'm gonna
Always necessary.
bonus action favorable wins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So air is gonna start like reading around my body whilst I'm dressed like a hooker. And then as my action, I need... How heavy are the snakes?
Very. They're made of metal.
So more than 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything in the room that is up to 5 pounds?
You're looking to cast Catapult.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say you probably got a couple of things on you, like a couple of rocks, that sort of stuff, that you carried specifically for this purpose.
I'll have you know that I have nothing of the sort on myself.
No, you don't have anything in your inventory that would construe as 5 pounds?
I have boots, clothes, dagger, arcane focus, disguise kit, and thieves.
Yeah, sure, disguise kit. Throw your makeup pouch. Go on.
No. What if I need to reapply my blush?
Then don't cast Catapult.
Alright, fine. Fine, I won't.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Great. I am gonna like breathe in and then like blow out Arctic winds towards E1, dealing 3 frost damage.
Okay. Is that Ray of Frost?
And that will be what?
Yeah, that Ray of Frost.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to remember which one's which. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, right? It's not the one that gives disadvantage on attack rolls. Okay, cool. It is E1's turn. E1 will move up to... Sorry, does that conclude your turn, Anthony?
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless
E1
you want to give me something to catapult.
E1 will move up to Gil. And will make a bite at you. That is a 13 to hit you, Gil.
It does not hit.
Okay. E2 will bite at Mesley. Mesley, that's a 10 to hit.
I will nimbly dodge that.
That was some dice, wasn't it? Vasilos, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to. I don't have much that I can do yet, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna shoot my bow at E1 because I have a side for it.
Crossbow, right?
No, just a short bow. I assume a nat one does not hit.
No, nat one will never hit.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna look at Mesley and be like, hang in there, keep up the good work, and I'm gonna give him some bardic inspiration.
Fantastic. Speaking of which, Mesley, it's your turn.
All right. Well, once again, I will attempt to strike this metallic snake with a short sword in my main hand.
Yep.
That'll be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
That will be 4 damage.
Okay.
And with my claws already unsheathed, I will attempt to scratch down onto this metallic snake as well.
The old jab jab.
That is a nat 20. That is 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is going to be 7 damage.
Cool. Does that conclude your turn?
And that will indeed conclude.
Ness, you're up.
Right. Okay. I'm clear to take actions now.
Yep.
I can move freely, yeah? Right. Let's charge myself up to E1.
Your... Okay, 15 foot, yeah, okay, that's your full movement speed. You're able to get next to it.
So what is this creature? Sort of
It's a metal
metallic-ish? Right. Okay. Let's go for a smack of a warhammer then.
Yeah. That seems an effective way of dealing with it.
That's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 9 bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh. It doesn't seem to like that.
Okay, and that's not flanking because I'm not on the opposite side, so that wouldn't be a sneak attack, so I'd send a turn.
Does sneak attack not just say if if there is an ally within 5 foot range of your enemy? That's all it states.
If I have advantage on the attack roll, so I'd need
No,
to
it
have...
says if you have an advantage or if an ally is within 5 feet range of your enemy.
Oh, and my weapon isn't finesse, so I wouldn't be able to sneak attack with it, really, would I?
No, you can't sneak attack with a warhammer, but I am saying that you are in sneak attack range.
Right, okay,
because
yeah, I just wanted to make sure that
presence.
I knew that. I just wanted to make sure to clarify on the sneak attack rules so for,
Yep.
for my blow.
Ally
that's
within
all.
5 feet, you can sneak attack.
Got it. So
Okay.
I can,
Any
do,
bonus
I
action,
can
yes.
get it with a blowgun then, yeah?
Yeah, any bonus action.
Right.
Yes.
No bonus actions.
Cool. Gil, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of waddle around and reach for the quarterstaff that I stowed on my back. As a total wood, try and grab something off its back, and then I'm gonna swing it to smack the snake.
Okay,
14 to hit.
that'll hit.
Yep.
3 damage.
Yep.
Cool. Any bonus action?
No, that's all I can do.
Let me see if I can actually hit this time. I skipped its turn last time, and then I had to double them up. Yeah, that's a 9 to hit you. Fina, you're up.
I will nimbly dodge once again.
It's hitting Gil. Fina, you're up.
Alright, so I will sneak up behind the closest one, which is... Fuck if I can see which one is me. E1? Yeah.
You're just going to try and get in melee range? You're 35 feet away.
Oh, well. How did I move 35 feet away from them?
You didn't. You were in the room.
So how did I get 35 feet away from me?
They never moved away from you. What? Okay, they materialized behind you.
Yeah.
Like way behind you, right? You were in the room.
Oh.
They
Gotcha.
materialized the other side of your whole party. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Did they materialize in the room I was in?
No, they materialized in the previous room. Actually, I can give you this for free. They materialize in very determined spots. So you can imagine that whatever you triggered wherever you triggered it would have raised them in that spot. Make of that what you
Gotcha.
will.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna go to open fucking chest now.
Okay, cool. You don't have a ranged attack.
I do have a short bow, but I don't think I can hit through people, so I'm just gonna open chest.
Okay. Just bear in mind that the snake is about 5 foot tall and Mesley is not. So that is an option in future. But yeah,
I am 6
I'd
foot
have
3.
I'd have disadvantage shooting through one of my teammates in the dark.
yeah. Well, it's not dark. Gil's got a torch in his hand. But yeah. Anthony, you're up.
Okie dokie. The snake needs to make a strength save.
What are you casting, please? And which snake?
E1.
Okay, what are you casting?
Telekinetic slap.
Okay, so that's a magical effect. He rolls with advantage. That's a 14.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
See it in my turn.
E2 will bite at Mesley. It's an 18 to hit you.
18 will hit.
Okay, that's 9 piercing damage, and you need to make a con save, please.
9 piercing damage and a con save. That's a 17. 18.
Okay, nothing else happens. Vasilos, you're up.
Good. Okay. So I'm gonna start off by adjusting my position so I can get in within line of sight to E2. Yeah, fantastic. I'm gonna try shooting at it.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. Does 14 hit?
Yes.
Fantastic, and I'm gonna make it a sneak attack too. So, oh god, that's cocked. Yeah. So 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then
You
I'm gonna
notice that
use my
he's
bonus
pretty damn
action-
wounded.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to look at Ness, and go like, great thinking with the hammer. Love creative thinking. I love the vibe you're getting there, and just give him bardic inspiration.
You
as
know
well.
that will remove the bardic inspiration from Mesley, yeah? You can only have bardic
Oh,
inspiration
right.
on one person at once.
I think I need to turn Joe up. He got really
Rules is
fucking
ready.
quiet there.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, he does get randomly very quiet. I've got him 200%.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that, though, if that was
I
addressing
don't
me. Sorry.
know what to do with that. Can I only sustain one bardic inspiration?
I believe that's just
at a time?
rules.
Okay, and then I won't give it. Then that's the end of my turn. But I will.
Figures.
Okay.
Let's just double check that. I'm 99% sure you can only bardic inspiration one person at a time.
I'll do it.
How about I double check real quick? If you foul
You can only have one bardic inspiration at a time, it says.
No, it says where. No, it
any
doesn't
creature
say
may
that.
only have.
It-
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, you can
I'm
put it
getting
on
that
everyone. You just can only do one at a time. On like only one person can own one at a time.
Yeah, a
Right,
creature can
okay.
have only
Yeah.
one bardic inspiration die at a time. It doesn't say only one creature can have only one, so you can potentially, I think, bardic inspiration multiple, but
Ipso facto.
You
Single
can't give
person
multiple
can only have
ones
one.
to a single person.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Nancy, you're getting
Sounds
that
like that
bardic
sounds weird.
inspiration.
Cool. Nice,
Oh,
you've got
nice,
bardic
thank you.
inspiration. Mesley, you're up.
I will. This time with my main hand, putting my short sword away, I will attempt to claw with my main hand on E2.
Yep,
That is a 21 to hit,
that'll hit.
22 to hit. That'll be 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to, with my offhand, unsheath my claw and kind of like, when a cat's trying to get your attention, I'm going to paw punch him. That'll be a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And that will be 4 damage as well.
My god, your damage is fucking pathetic. Okay, cool. Does that conclude your turn?
And I will, at this point, prone myself down and look at him and scratch at him. Like, just gonna, like, kind of, like, just type of noise at him.
Okay.
And that'll be my
choice.
turn.
Ness, you're up.
I would like to get round behind E1 if I can.
Mm-hmm.
A complete flank.
Yep.
And I would like to give a smack on my Warhammer. That, because of flanking rules, would be advantage now with that hit, right?
Yeah, you still can't sneak attack with a warhammer.
No, I'm not looking to sneak
Okay,
attack
cool,
with a
right,
Warhammer. I'm
yeah,
just looking to swing
Yeah,
with
I'm just making sure
advantage.
you're aware. Yep, you swing with
Yeah,
advantage.
That's a 12 to hit.
Sick. Your advantage really helps you. That's a miss.
Wow. Yeah, it's too late to use Bardic on that now, isn't it?
You can't use bardic inspiration
Yeah.
on your after
Attack,
I've given
yeah.
you the result.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
until after.
On your
Right,
turn
gotcha,
after
gotcha.
I've given you the result. So that's Gil, you're up.
I'm gonna swing with my staff sort of slowly and lazily as a turtle, not really trying to. Yeah. You got a 16 to hit,
That's an 18.
and I realized, 18, yeah. And I realized I used the wrong die before because I've got my torch in my hand still, so it should have only been on a d6. But that's 4 damage.
Cool. Yeah, he's pretty bopped. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't like Ness because Ness has just turned around behind him. And he will bite you. No, he won't. Okay, Fina, you're up.
Is it looking like my friends are gonna need help?
Nah, not really.
Okay,
You're about halfway through the chest. Can I have a Thieves' Tools check?
Did I need to do one last turn? Because you didn't have me do one.
No, I've got a... I know what you got with the last ones.
Okay.
You're moving into the more important stuff.
That's a 23.
Fantastic, that's what I was looking for. Brilliant. You go to unlock this chest and it opens its mouth and takes a bite at you. Sorry, my friend, that's a mimic.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck!
Yeah, he will take a swing at you. That's a 10 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's his turnover. But Fina, you found the only mimic in that room. Congratulations. Anthony, you're up.
One time I roll high, you fuck me.
To be fair, they're meant to be two different encounters. I didn't think we were going to fight them both at the same time.
Oh no.
I will fire another blast of Arctic Wind at E1. That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
It's 5 cold damage.
Sorry, the E1, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, he's severely wounded. So I'm just really confused.
Why?
I thought you had something different than what you've got. What are you using to...
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost and Telekinetic Slam, yeah?
Well, I tried Telekinetic Slam once, but then you said that they have advantage on magical effects, so
Okay,
I
you
stopped.
don't have Chill Blast.
What's that?
It's a cantrip that you should have been granted by taking your class, but apparently it didn't work. Okay, cool. We'll deal with that later. E1, 5 damage, cold, nearly dead. Cool. Mesley. Oh, I will hit at some point.
Would you like to roll with disadvantage for me?
Why?
Because I'm prone.
Why does that make it disadvantage?
Because I have defensive roll agile feet, which makes it that if an attacker tries to attempt to attack me while I'm in the prone with an advantage, then they have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, the
What
first
a
one would have
fucking-
hit. 15 hit you?
15 ties, yeah.
Okay, that's sad.
That was with
'Cause it's a really
disadvantage?
cool- Yeah,
Jesus
well, the first
Christ.
one was a 22. Believe it or not, they've got a +5 to hit. I've just rolled like shit for the whole fight. That's 5 piercing damage, and you need to make a con save.
Well, you tried to roll away at least.
13.
That passes. Vasilos, you're up.
Oh, wait.
Okay, so
Please finish these enemies off.
I am going to shoot at E1.
E1. Okay.
Yeah. That was a bad roll. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Yeah, I assume so. So, I'm gonna assume. Okay, I can't see Fina from where I'm standing, right?
Yeah.
But you definitely heard me say fuck.
Yeah, well, you can see him as well.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't see him. You can see the chest with the big mouth.
I just need to get. I just need to be able to see Fina.
Okay, then you'll need to move.
Then move me the minimum distance that I need to see Fina. Amazing. You're.
Inspire him, come on!
Okay, Fina. This is. I know this is going dismal, but we can get through this. We need this W. We're gonna get this W. Okay, we need this. And Bardic Inspiration.
Mesley,
This is
you're
my
up.
last Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, I will... Oh, go ahead.
No, I think that was it.
No, I'm just saying he was giving inspiration
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry.
Right. Once again, though this time, you know what? Actually, no. We're gonna stick with this. You'll see me unsheath my claws on my feet as well, and I'm going to attempt to kick up and slash this snake in the face.
Okay.
That'll be an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll be 5 damage.
Okay. It is dead.
All right, and I will move over to E1. And I'm assuming for flanking purposes,
you are
I roll
definitely
advantage.
flanking. Yep.
And I also will get sneak attack on this.
Yep.
All right. And with this, I will attempt to claw it with my other hand. Well, with my hands. That is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, we are going to do 7 damage.
It's dead.
And
Nice.
then I guess I will use my last feline agility to make my way across the floorboards over to where Fina is.
You had to expend half your movement speed to get up
That's true. So what that brings me down to
where you are on the map. Ness, you're
15
up.
and then
Yep.
30. Okay.
Well, 15 because you don't want to step on the floorboards, right?
Yeah. So I was figuring
Yeah.
it's halved to 15 and then doubled again and then halved again. So yeah. Okay. I guess 15. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ness, you're up.
Right, can I see E3 from the doorway at all? Is there any way to be in a position to see him from the doorway?
Yeah, you
Or-
can just sort of lean your head around to the side and look straight through Gil, straight past Gil.
Okay, then I'd like to
It's
sort of get-
it's the size of a chest. It's not tiny.
Right, okay. Then in that case, I'd like to move into a position where I'm at most 25 foot away.
Can't do that unless you want to ignore the floorboards.
Can't I go around to the right side, or is that impossible?
I mean, you're 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet away. So 30 foot of movement speed would give you 15 foot of movement.
So if I go like diagonally right one, down one, and then diagonally right one,
Yeah.
would that still be line of sight for me?
Yeah, but you're still 30 feet away, or 28 feet away. You're 25 feet away. 25 feet away. Sorry.
Yeah,
I've
that's all I
got an
need,
extra
25 feet.
square. Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna try to hit with one of my blowgun darts.
Do.
Do I roll blowgun attack or dart attack for this one? What do you roll it as?
Are you throwing a dart or using a blowgun?
Using the blowgun, yeah. Yeah, I'll just use the blowgun roll then. Right.
It's
okay,
the
I'm
damage
using-
that you
I'm
roll the
adding my
dart on.
inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm adding my inspiration dice to that. What's it? A 1d6?
Yeah. Is it Joe or is it a
Uh,
D4?
It's a D6.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's 14 to hit.
Uh-huh.
That's wow. Max roll 6 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
And I'm guessing it's not likely that the poison spray is gonna fucking do anything to a snake, is it?
It's not a snake, it's a chest.
Oh, it's a mimic, right?
Sure. Gil.
How healthy are you feeling, Salty?
Not.
Cool. I'm going to use Close Wound on you. You can expend one of your hit dices to heal further from the one that I give you.
Great. Let's roll that real quick.
Wow.
That's 3 health. Cool. Good.
4 health total. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Plus
Not
another
bad for a
one.
cantrip. I've not seen it used in combat. I like
Yeah.
it.
And then I'm gonna like mosey towards the door, like trudge it along, dum,
Yep.
dum, 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 as far as I can.
That's as far as you can. And the bonus action?
No.
Fina, you're up.
Mimic bigger than me?
Yes.
Is it a size bigger than me?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes.
I'm gonna move through it, behind it. And I'm going to attempt to bonus action hide behind it. I know what I'm doing here.
You're hiding from the enemy by hiding behind the enemy.
Welcome
This
to being a
civilian
halfling, my
might just
friend.
work.
No, I don't.
Welcome to being a halfling. Yeah, I can hide in a creature that is bigger than me.
Yes, but not
Eh.
from the same creature.
Mimics don't have fucking eyes! What the fuck do you mean? Mimics don't have fucking eyes!
Oh no. What do we do? What do we do, James? What do we do?
Yes,
Say, what do we
I'm
do
sorry,
like
but
that
a
to make
creature can't obscure its vision of you but with itself. That doesn't make any sense. You could hide behind Ness, but you can't hide behind the creature you're trying to attack. That just doesn't make any sense. How did he lose track of you when he was looking straight at you?
What eyes do mimics have?
Well, if he doesn't have any eyes, then you're just permanently hidden all the time, right? And he doesn't have any senses. It doesn't say he's blind, therefore he can see you. Yeah, I'm not going to let you hide underneath the enemy that you're attacking to attack the same
Whatever,
enemy.
Fine, whatever. I'll go hide behind boxes then and do it.
Okay, and then sort of leap out from them, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Just couldn't let me have fun with it.
No, I just had to... later on, it might be relevant how I rule about it. How I rule it.
Okay, so do I need a stealth check for that or no?
No. I mean, technically, probably, but it's got a 5 passive
Wow.
perception, so...
I'm fucking sure I missed it anyways with an 11.
Did you roll with advantage?
Oh yeah, I have advantage, that's right.
And your bardic
Well,
inspiration
that's
as
even
well.
fucking worse.
Yeah, and you've got Bardic Inspiration, which is a d6.
Is that a D6?
Yes.
I'm assuming an 11 didn't hit, right?
I'll let you know after you expend your Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, how about a
Unless you-
15?
Yes, that'll hit.
It's 10 damage.
Nice. He didn't like that. He's going to bite you back. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bonus action. Right, okay. That is a natural 20 to hit you.
Of course it is.
Yeah. That's 8 damage. Bludgeoning.
Ow.
And then he will attempt to bite you. That's a 12 to hit you.
That misses.
Okay, cool. Anthony Lestrue, you're up. He looks wounded.
His last name's French, not Scottish.
It's not Lestrue. Damn
No,
it.
it's-
Anthony Lestrue.
Listro.
Lestrue.
uh,
Go on,
gonna-
whack him.
I'm gonna like form a ball of cold air and throw it at him. That's at 18 to hit.
Yep.
That is 2 bludgeoning damage, and he needs to make a con save.
Oh, you took it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 7.
He fails. He has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been nice with a nat 20.
Vassilis.
Yeah, but I wanted to see if he could kill you first.
He could have if he hit me 2 times.
Yeah. Vassilis, you're up. He looks severely wounded.
I love it when things look really wounded. Let's just see if I can actually hit it. That is, how does a dirty 20 feel?
Yep. He likes that.
Love that.
Shit. I'm pinned.
12 damage with sneak attack.
Nice! And he's down. Okay.
Hey!
As
Good.
the
Oh my god.
as the battle comes to an end, as your arrow takes this mimic through the back of its silly little mouth, you are able to see on the table, on the desk, sorry, behind you, a series of smaller chests. And as Fina begins to unlock some of these chests, eventually you do manage to work your way through them and find the 2 rods of security. How are we getting out?
Hold on. Before we look to get out,
Gems.
wasn't there also some
Gems.
gems or something that was listed?
Ah,
in
yes,
the
sorry,
ledger
I
we
did.
had?
I did write these down. Yes, it is 2 Alexandrite. second. I've written down Chernobyl, but that can't be the name of it.
No. No, unless you're talking about yellow cake as a gem or something, then
I
Jesus.
mean, it could be.
Touching
It's
it.
pretty precious.
I'm not touching that. Your character has developed cancer.
Charles, sorry, what I've written down is Chrysoberyl.
I like Chernobyl better.
Yeah.
Yes, apparently that is what I've written down is Chrysoberyl. It just I've written it so small it looks like Chernobyl, and a citrine. So that's those. That's what you're able to skim off the top. These were the gems
it's
of
a
which
cat
there was
eye.
more than a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cat's eye.
Right, so we've got those gems now.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got the rods.
Mm-hmm.
So, surely we could just leave again through the front door, right?
Yeah, that should theoretically be possible. Are you going to turn the statue back to face the right way?
I would suggest that we do.
I'm gonna wait.
slowly.
Actually, I'm gonna wait until everybody leaves the room, and then I'm gonna turn it back the right way, and then
And
I'm
leave
gonna
through
climb
the
back
chimney,
up.
yeah? Okay,
chimney.
give me an
Yeah.
acrobatics check to get out the chimney. That's a lot harder to climb up than down.
21.
Yeah, well, it's not that much harder. Cool. Okay, now you are out. What are you doing with the guards?
I'm gonna agree
guard.
because I
Oh, no, guards. Yeah,
well,
you did
no,
know both.
guards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Vasilos suggested that we make them look like they were drunk, correct?
Mhm.
Before we went inside. So I'm gonna say to him that he should go to the nearest bar, get some booze, and me and Ness will drag them to the door or to the back of the estate or whatever.
Oh, so
and
you're just going to
we'll
leave them
untie
drunk in a bush?
drunk in a bush, yeah. Well, not in a bush, leaned up against the house. Like they got bored, there was nothing happening. They decided to get drunk for the night. You know?
Fantastic. Give me a performance check on placing them nicely. Go on, Vasilos. What's the problem?
The problem with that plan, I do not have a single gold piece on me to buy any sort
You've
of
got enough. You've got enough between you guys to manage. Jamal does have the set money. I just haven't given it out yet.
Or in the worst case scenario, you're a thief, you're not. Nick it.
Zero.
Yeah,
Nick a fucking
I
bottle.
would say that he's not going to have the hardest time putting a bottle under his chest while he moves away. Your performance check is a 0.
Zero.
That's excellent. Okay, so you prop these guards up against the wall, right? But you've got kind of like one leg up. They look like they were going at it. Goodness only knows what they are going to think when they come round in the morning.
Well, we should
problem.
pour booze all over them as well.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's
100%. Yeah. So
unbelievable.
they smell of a drunken adventure,
Man,
and
Josh
the
gets
last thing that
exactly
they
what he
saw
wants
was
out
an
of
air
this.
sprite that tried to seduce them.
Go.
Also, I would like to quickly forge like an official like city hall note about the renovations being done to the roofs around the area,
And
and
just,
like hang it on the like the door of the just like hang like a couple of around like the around the street.
okay, give me an intelligence check plus your proficiency modifier. Yeah, given that the last thing they remember before one of them remembers before passing out was talking to a street hooker, the fact that he's got one leg propped up against the wall and he's drunk is probably fairly correct.
I'll also undo the like the buttons or their strings or something on their pants.
Okay, brilliant. The laces on their breeches, I think, are the words you're looking for. Jamal, I
Does
will.
12 make? Sorry, but does 12 make for
I'll get there in a
enough?
second.
Okay.
Jamal, I will give you the loot after session, so don't worry too much about it.
Sure,
Um,
don't worry. Yeah, it's fine.
And Vasilos, a 12, did you say?
Yeah.
It'll pass the inspection by the commoners that read it. If the guards see this, they're gonna know 100% it's a bunch of bullshit, but they're not gonna have the source. So yeah, that is what I'll give you. At which point we come to the end of the session. First of all, to our wonderful Anthony, a point in deception for your trickery of the guards. To Vasilos, a point in also in deception. Congratulations on your quick thinking earlier. To Gil, a point in performance. and a point in animal handling. Your performance was for your sort of quick thinking and pushing people around with ball bearings. But that's also a good way to handle guards, and well, that's animal handling, isn't it? So take a point in that.
I thought I was going to be petting when he pet me earlier on in the
Yeah,
session.
that too. I think that's probably what it is written down for, but I was trying to remember and I thought maybe the guards counted as animal handling. To Mesley, I have this written down and I can't read my own writing, so let me just have a quick look at your stats and see what it is I've changed on my list. Oh, Mesley, a point of investigation, as you remember next time to look more closely at the traps. That's what this says. I was wondering why I'd given you intimidation, but now I've worked it out. To Fina, also a point of investigation for rolling 2 classic 2s. Yes, you do get benefits for being bad at things, even though you were practicing. And I think that's it. I'm sorry, Ness. I don't think you got anything in terms of skill checks today. No, you didn't. And to each of you, congratulations on an attribute point for succeeding on your first heist. So add those in where you wilt.
Nice.
So that concludes our episode, and I come in tradition to MVPs. I'd like first to come to Moon.
2 2s on my investigation,
2
followed
2s on
by a
investigation.
4 on my, followed by my 4 on another investigation.
Yeah, well, that's why I've given you some investigation to go with your lack of investigation. Oscar?
I have a fucking long laundry list of MVPs for
Okay,
this
let's see if
session,
anybody
but
else
God.
steals any of them first, and then we'll come back to you. Dan? Muted.
I think I'm gonna go with Ness. He didn't do anything, but what he did was impactful. He rushed into combat and so on. You know.
Yeah. You know. I liked the stoicness of Ness's character. Speaking of Ness, Jamal. Your MVP.
Hey, thanks for that one. I have 2 right now. The first one is you can get off right now.
Yeah,
You end up
I've
with
got that written down. Yeah.
And the second one is, yeah, Ness isn't very stealthy. Rolls a 21 stealth check. Never mind, maybe he fucking well is.
Yeah, he was a dancer in that moment.
There's a lot of those in this session.
Joe.
I mean, Ness is actually fairly stealthy considering he is a
Yeah,
big,
but
bulky
you know what I mean? Like,
motherfucker.
you proved earlier that you couldn't walk across a rooftop without putting your foot into someone's
True.
bathroom, and then you managed to dance up behind a guy who was alert.
I'd argue that's less not being stealthy and
So the
also
difference-
just being so bulky I fall through a fucking roof.
The difference when somebody's alert, I think I spoke to you guys about threat levels. When somebody's alert, they're actively looking for a threat, which means he was rolling perception with advantage against your stealth check, as opposed to using his passive. He rolled a 20. You just happened to roll better. So yeah.
Holy shit, you beat him by 1.
By 1. Exactly. I thought
Wow.
it was impossible as you've only got a +2 to stealth. In fact, you know what? You should take a point in stealth for that. Go on, Ness. Take a point in stealth. I knew I'd left you out. Joe.
Wait, he
You're
was
MVP.
really alert, and so I made the check by just 1? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Joe, you're up.
No, I just okay. So my 2 MVPs have to be Josh going Karen on the on the guards there as per my request and doing so exquisitely. I might add. The ball bearings were just like a moment of brilliance.
Yeah.
That
I loved
that
it.
was amazing.
Yeah. I can agree. Josh? I haven't come to you yet, have I?
No.
Okay.
So mine is actually Jamal, and it's when we started the combat, and James was like, "Okay, so the 2 metal snakes," and we finally get to Jamal's turn, and he's like, "So what are these creatures? They're metallic, right?" And it's like, "Yes, Jamal, they are metal snakes."
That was a good moment. I like that one. Oscar.
I just had to double check, you know?
And so I will say that a lot of mine are taken,
Yeah,
which
that's
was
why I
good.
went
We
round.
went through this. I would say that I think overall everybody's ability to off cuss, off rip, just come up with some stupid shit to come up with was fantastic this session. And then I'd also like to give one to Moon for saying, yeah, they look fine. I'm gonna keep going for the boxes to only find a mimic.
Yo, man, that was fucked up. The
You-
one good fucking roll I had the whole goddamn time made a mimic bite me. What
I
the
will tell you that the only way you triggered the mimic is by rolling over an 18 on your lockpicking on the chests.
unfucking believable?
That was the trigger for it. So I was really glad that somebody triggered that. I did not expect it to trigger while you were in another combat. Mimics are a really
wasn't
weak enemy
worried
for your group, so it wasn't a big deal. It was just funny.
I wasn't worried about the mimic as itself, because mimics have never been a problem. It was just like, are you fucking kidding me? The only time I roll good this whole session, you give me a
I
fucking
was
mimic,
so
dude.
glad I'd put it in there. Yeah, so I've got
Oh,
a couple
fuck
of
me.
minor MVPs, which you guys don't necessarily know about. If you step on the floorboards, it summons the snakes you were already fighting. You were dodging them for the whole combat, but they didn't do anything. So that amused me. I put down in my notes that there was a comedian familiar for the guy who was asleep. What can a comedian familiar do on its own? Absolutely fuck all. Totally pointless, so that really amused me. But my MVP was Fog Cloud. Super cool.
Yeah,
That's what enabled the ball bearings to be so effective. Because they thought they were being attacked, right? And tripped up and stuff, so... Yeah. I think the second half was...
Wasn't the ball bearing nowhere near?
No, he said, I'm going to put the ball bearings down inside the Fog Cloud. That was what made it work.
I walked through the fog so I could put them down so the guards coming in would
Oh,
trip
I
on
just
them
thought the
without
guy
seeing
was
them.
farther away from the tax place. That's why. I thought
No,
that.
it's a 20-foot. It's a 20-foot area.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So no, it was very, very effective. Also, it just full warning: if you had have just broken the glass, like Dan suggested, I think it might have been Oscar. If you had to just like smash the window by knocking somebody into it, the mist would have gone in, giving Fina enough cover to go in and sneak around.
What the
but-
fuck? That's
Yeah,
what Josh
I
was
know.
trying to say.
No, it wasn't. Josh wanted to throw somebody through the window, and I was saying
Yeah,
that
but
wasn't.
then
You
I-
a-
had to break
Yeah,
the
but then-
window.
But then I said, if I open the window, will the fog go in?
But the window would be open, at which point they would have closed it. Whereas if the window was smashed and the fog went in, it would have all made sense. So that was just
Yeah,
a
fair.
little side note. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this. I think it's going to be a lot more effective when you guys have the ability to
Have time
plan
to plan it
pre-session. Your heist will be written up
Half-tempted, went all
tomorrow.
bad,
Yeah, I mean, this one was meant to be planned for you. Your heist will be written up tomorrow. You'll have a choice of one of 4 jobs. And then when you choose the job, I'll give you some details to plan. In general, I think the second half was a lot better than the first. We managed to really sort of get some focus on and have some fun. I do want it to be a nice, dark and serious campaign, but there are always going to be amusing moments when stealth fails. So yeah.
When a rogue is the shittiest rogue in the party.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's just bad.
And your fighter happens to be a stealth god.
Apparently,
so-
they put explosives on doors.
Without further ado, I think that is where we will end. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
Next time.
See ya, everybody.
we shall see you soon.
Nian.
Your pockets next.